And I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder. One of the four beasts saying, "Come and see," and I saw, and behold, a white horse. There's a man going around taking names, and he decides who to free and who to blame. Everybody won't be treated all the same. There will be a golden ladder reaching down when the man comes around. Welcome. This is Demigods Going Platinum on Happy Jacks RPG. My name is Jason. This is session 3 of our mini campaign. And you can find all the previous sessions at happyjacks.org/shows or /going platinum. And there's a lot of stuff there that you can enjoy or not, I guess, whatever you do you. You can find me and my stuff at It's Probably Okay on Twitch and Twitter. I made this game, Demigods. You can find that at probablyokgames.com. And, check it out. Let me know what you think. If you like it, if you didn't like it, keep it to yourself. Whatever. I am here with some other definitely regular human beings. So let's... I was going to be mean and start with Kimi because she's putting her lip gloss on, but no. We'll go with Alex. Alex, actually here, Alex.
Yes.
Is what we're going to...
What do you mean I was here last time?
The whole time.
How's that for a nickname? Actually here, Alex.
Actually, here, Alex.
That's a pretty good screen name, actually.
Yeah, not
but
bad.
You can actually find me at Alder_Mancy, as in the tree and the kind of magic, Aldermancy, on Twitter, as well as other places at Aldermancy, and making games on Ko-fi and itch.io at Swordghost and at Swordghost Games. I'm very excited to be here, and tonight I am playing Teo Markovich, who uses he, him pronouns, and I'm playing the Reaper playbook.
Oh, and I should have mentioned my opening lyrics there were from Johnny Cash's The Man Comes Around. So I got to always cite my sources. I'm too much of a teacher to skip that step.
Oh, sorry, I was looking. The glow is gone. I'm Clara. I'm all over the internet. It's clearly_golden, and that's all you ever need to know about me ever. That's not true. The thing you need to know is today I'm playing Micah, who is and I'm using the Trickster playbook. Except we got an advancement, so I got to take from the Verdant playbook, and that's fun for everyone.
Yeah, I can't imagine it'll come up and play, but we'll see.
What could go wrong?
I can't think of anything.
No.
Eli?
I'm Eli, and I'm playing Anders Larson, the Celestial DJ. And he had a rough moment last game, but he pulled through.
Yeah. Well, I'll recap a little bit about that in a minute. Kimi?
Hi, I'm Kimi. You can find me at Golden Lasso Girl everywhere or at Happy Jacks everywhere also. Today I am playing Bella Markadakis, who is the warrior daughter of Nike and an Olympic athlete. And she's an overachiever. Shocking. I'm going to reach deep to try and get into character there.
Did she not go into the Olympics because it would have been cheating?
No, she totally went into the Olympics. Oh,
Your character.
Bella?
Yeah, Bella.
I feel like, no, she just I feel like she likes winning, but sports, even though she did a lot of them, was never the thing she was super passionate about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she did probably every kid's sport there ever was, and it was just okay, you're really good at all of them. Yeah, but
Too
not
easy.
Inspired. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. It's like when at the end of The Incredibles, spoiler, Dash is running track, right?
Yeah.
It's out in front and then back for the second, just get second.
Yeah.
That's fine. You always have to turn yourself down, which is a bummer. You want to be your full, complete self.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody should. The game, our table is using safety tools. We have an X card on our tables here. We also have a Lines and Veils document, among other things. And we check in with each other. So it's just the kind of thing that I think everyone should do at their table. I hope you will too. And just real quick, because I saw it recently online, people who are thinking oh, that restricts my play or whatever. Honestly, I play freer when these things are at the table because I know I can push boundaries, but also that whole restricting thing, I would never want to do something that hurts somebody at the table. And I know nobody here would either, so I'm not throwing shade. It's just why would you be okay with doing something that hurts people? And, anyway, don't do that. Be kind.
If you're bad at Lines of Veils, you're bad at sex. Just gonna throw it out there.
Yeah.
I said it. I've said it multiple times on the internet.
Yeah. I love that. Because you should talk about sex. Baby.
I mean, we're obviously fine with it. We're all here sitting talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so little recap. Last time, our heroes finally got on the road on their tour bus and were getting ready to head out. The night they were packing up to leave, the bus was visited with some supernatural events. There was a light in the back of the bus, and the speakers were taken over with the music of the music box that the
Anders?
I went Alex, Eli, and like you're no, the character is not Alex or Eli. I'm like, what? It's because you two look so much alike. That's where I got mixed up.
Glasses?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have the glasses.
Yeah, that's my bad.
I
Sorry.
guess I look like Jason too.
Yep.
I honestly can't tell any of you
Or
apart.
And maybe Kimi, too.
indistinguishable.
Yeah.
Indistinguishable.
But the music box that was given to Anders by his mom was playing, and then it was mystically playing over the bus's sound system, and the y'all can't tell on camera, but Kimmy's like looming over the side of me, and it's very she is intimidating, right? So that's
We got supernaturally rickrolled from the past by a mom.
yes,
Supernaturally
that is-
rickrolled.
Yes.
Rough.
Yeah, mom rickrolled from the past. In her moment of death, when
Teo.
I'm just gonna pull up the list now. I'm like, oh, I know these characters. I don't have to look up the names. Bella, Anders, Micah, Teo. The moment that Teo was going to escort Mama Anders to the afterlife, there was she had a chance to skip ahead a little bit, create a link to the future, which is generally forbidden in magic. That's not a thing you're supposed to do, but was able to deliver a message and had there were some shenanigans to get it through, but ultimately the message was the one who what is it? The one who knows? No, the one who is chosen already knows. And they determined that the battle of the bands that they're headed out to the desert for is probably rigged, and it may be even more nefarious than that. So then some evil, horrible light chimpanzees, like chimpanzees made of light, laser pansies. Nope, that's not it.
We said chip pansies.
Chip pansies.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were like, maybe they're from, I don't know, but that was the...
Yeah. No, I mean, this was definitely set up by the science pantheon. So I mean, that the nature of the magic was clear, I think. So the the message was delivered. The fight with the chimpanzees was going so. It was happening, and then Anders unleashed his ascendance move, which rewrote the story of that fight and ended it handily. So the monsters were dealt with, and it was a quiet night for us to close down the game. Lots of little details in there. I recommend going back to watch it, but anything we want to add to that in general before moving on that seems immediately important?
We turned Anders' head into Siri.
Well, that's right. Yeah,
That's right.
he's got a scrolling effect now as part of your ascendance move fallout.
Well, it's like upper torso, 2 head.
Yeah.
And that's fine, and none of us find that very weird at all.
Nope, that's normal and
No,
regular
except
thing.
we do look and see just all of our internet search history when we look at you, which is always a little
Yeah.
That's why you use safe search. Wait, not that one. The other one, incognito.
incognito.
Nothing's incognito. Let's be real.
Incognito is
Incognito.
for demigods.
Yeah.
Yeah, more of an outcognito.
You really don't want your godly parent to know that you Googled
Though I do think
How to kill a god.
how to kill a god.
I do think
Yeah.
the first session was better because it was lack of licking.
There was less licking last
less
episode.
licking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think anything was licked on camera. So that's up to you how you all want to deal with that fact.
Yeah.
Uh,
Lick
I'll get
more
right on
things.
that.
Yeah, no, that seems natural.
Mhm.
We'll work on it. I'm
We're in
sorry.
lick debt.
okay. So
I did touch something that I wasn't supposed to touch.
Well, you poked your hand into the light, and then I didn't
Yeah.
have to pull you back.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
there you go.
Yep.
Also, if people want to catch up on the show, like you mentioned, they can go to happyjacks.org/goingplatinum.
yeah,
Yes.
I did say that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
You just mentioned it
Well,
again. I
yeah,
thought it
you're
was like-
multitasking and fixing a
Okay.
lot of stuff. I'm 98.9% sure that I said that.
Okay.
But today we are driving out to the desert. If there's anything we need to go back and resolve, we can flashbang it? No, flashback.
Oh
We can
man,
flashback it if we need to.
we can flashbang it too.
Yeah, it's not as effective as you think it's going to be
Okay.
at remembering things.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were trying to remember.
Yeah.
things.
So the bus headed out. It drives itself. It has this illusory driver that is part of its enchantment to drive itself.
His name is Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels is his
Yes.
name.
Awesome.
Yes, it is.
I wanted to fill in a little bit because I had not realized that one of the main NPCs of this campaign was going to be revealed last session by some very straightforward and excellent pierce the veil moments. But the country singer Old Scratch is actually named Billy Wiles and is generally described as, so first of all, physically kind of a Nick Holt type, Nicholas Holt, but is described as having kind of the gravitas of a Johnny Cash, the kind of raw stage charisma of Lenny Kravitz, and the just like strange uniqueosity of a David Bowie, right? So
Wow.
Excellent.
not as like his physical affect is not like he doesn't wear a lot of makeup and like that level of Bowie, but he just has this like kind of
That
strange
allure.
movements and like yeah, just the way that he is a presence on stage.
They
is,
made him in a lab and then handed him a guitar as a
Yes.
baby, and he never let go of
yeah,
it.
it does seem like some of that is a little contrived. Yeah, I mean,
Contrived by what?
there's no way to know.
I have here in my notes that it seems like he might be powered by the media pantheon,
Mm-hmm.
potentially.
Yeah, you definitely received that impression.
Yes.
Yeah.
How would we find out?
So, at the site in the desert, there are a couple of resort hotels, and the what do we say, like 16 acts, I think, main acts,
I think so.
are put up at these two resorts, and then you have to drive a little ways out into the desert, where they're actually at the former site of the Battle of the Bands, kind of in honor and memoriam. But it also has undergone a geological change. Like a big chunk of it kind of sunk down, but it created a little bit of a natural amphitheater.
Oh.
And it's safety officers have gone over everything. The ground is fully settled. It's not about to have another sinkhole or anything like that.
Sure.
There's no way that would just randomly happen again. You all know that it happened because a sand hydra came out and that dislodged some of the soil. So you put an end to that thing, which was great.
But we dehydrated it.
Yeah, there we go. Take a thread for that.
Thank you.
How dare! Had to.
That was perfect.
That was so good.
We get to keep you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nightmare.
This is okay. I'm fine. The band, I'd like to say, is in a suite with 2 bedrooms, like little living room kind of space with a balcony, little kitchenette. Basically, a little 2-bedroom apartment, right?
Yeah.
Overlooking the pool. So you are on the, so out of the 16 bands, there's like 4 that are headliners, and then the next 4 who are all like, hey, we expect these 8 bands to be in the top 8 and, do really well. And of course, it's all essentially a reality show. It's not that type of reality show. They're not doing confessionals and all that kind of stuff, but it is very much put on by the entertainment company. And I think it's probably just like a good old HBO special. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see why it shouldn't be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's just make a note. It's HBO.
What rating are we?
Instead of real sports, it's real music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, we could be in the timeline where MTV stayed good.
Oh. I mean, if we're playing fantasy, let's...
we might
Yeah,
as
let's do
well.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm writing down MTV, but good,
Mhm.
Good.
where they're still all about the music.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
There was
Just thinking
a
about it.
golden age.
Yep. Yeah, so MTV evolved over a period of time to be kind of on the level of HBO, Showtime, but is purely about, music videos and movies about musicians and documentaries and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I love it. A lot of reality shows, obviously, too, because it's
With some
2020.
Tiny Desk concerts too.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. And the Unplugged series was
So
near
good.
and dear to my heart.
Yeah, that was very good.
Yep. So great. We've revived MTV. So the place that you've been allotted has 2 bedrooms. It's up to you how you want to divvy that up. The sirens did not come up to the room with you, and apparently have someplace they're staying. So I just want to know who the roomies are.
And there was only one bed.
I was going to almost suggest it was going to be like it's supposed to be assigned as Micah and Bella and as Teo and Anders. I don't know that we chose to do that. I do think that is what the idea had
Sure.
been.
Well, and your representatives at did we name the agency that Fizzle Crank was with?
Nope.
Nope.
Then I'm just gonna dig into. I'm gonna remember the good times about Buffy and Angel, and
Yeah, what was their company called?
Wolfram and Hart was the legal organization there. So I'm just gonna go with Wolfram and Hart. HART.
Oh.
Like the deer.
All right.
So Wolfram and Hart is your talent agency and representation, and also legal team, and whatever. They are the supernatural arm of a bigger corporation that handles media talent and all that. But they know what's up. They get blood for vampires. They like manage stuff that's complicated, and they take care of it. So
Are they backed by any demigods? Or by any full gods?
they are Wolfram and Hart.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of a mystery.
Okay.
You'd have to do some digging.
Okay.
Would you like to do some digging?
I would like to do some digging.
Should it be a flashback episode?
I
I mean, I don't mean a whole episode, but
whole
like
episode. Yeah, I think that's something that
because
like,
out here in the desert, it might be a little hard to learn more. But if you were curious about after that, the show where Fizzle Crank came to clean up, literally, maybe that left you with some questions.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Or how they cleaned up the original Battle of the Bands.
Did they clean up the original Battle of the Bands?
No, they were part of it. The original Battle of the Bands, like actual deities stepped in after the fight because it required some world bending to put things back to rights and like deal with the Hydra carcass, and a bunch of like witches and whatnot wanted Hydra parts, and that's fine, but we need to like take care of this properly. So I think a couple of real deities showed up. I don't know, like probably somebody from the media pantheon and some of the more traditional ones, the muses maybe.
Hercules was like, "You stole my thunder."
Yes.
Listen, I'll let you do it again. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
The question is, do we know that the that other musician was backed by the media pantheon?
Did you know? Oh, last year,
This new guy.
No, Billy Wilds.
Billy Wilde.
Billy Wilde is I don't think that's public knowledge, no.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not repped by Wolfram and Hart.
But do we know from the Pierce the Veil thing?
Yes. Yeah, you all have
Okay.
had that conversation
Cool.
that he is almost certainly it would be really hard to explain if he wasn't
Mhm.
because of the vibes
Yeah.
that you got off there.
So I don't
But-
want to make this a flashback then, because
Okay.
I have a thought.
Okay, so this is as we get to the hotel room, the
Mhm.
resort. So a thought occurs to your character.
It died of loneliness.
Okay.
Okay. The werewolfy guy looked like the platonic ideal of a movie werewolf, right? And the new guy is also backed by media. Ergo, media has it out for us. I don't know why yet.
That seems a bit strange.
I mean, we're demigods, right? Like that's sort of, like
Well-
that's like the thing. Like watched you pass the wolf guy.
Yes, but I don't think media would want to piss us off. Certainly, I feel like we've also gotten some good press. By good press, I
Oh.
mean, support.
Real quick, let's review. I don't know if everyone said their pantheons, their home pantheon in their
Oh, we
introductions.
didn't. That was
So,
amazing.
Kimmy.
I did.
Oh, yeah, you're with the Greeks. The Didaketheon,
Yes.
if you want the fancy
Hellenistic.
word for it.
If Bella Markadakis wasn't enough of a
Yeah.
hint, I'm
Hey,
Greek.
Members of a pantheon could be from anywhere in the world. So, we don't
Yeah.
want to generalize.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Eli?
Anders is from the Science Pantheon.
Yep. And essentially sponsored by the algorithm, Al.
Mhm.
Yep.
Go rhythm.
Yes.
Now I just want to cast the algorithm as Al from the Sam Beckett jumps into the past and
Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap.
Mm.
Yeah. Al from that, the original Quantum Leap. Okay, so Science Pantheon.
Micah, her heavenly parent is the Monkey King, which I think technically makes her the child of the heavenly bureaucracy,
Yeah.
which is an excellent name for a pantheon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember the first time I came across it, I was like, is this somebody editorializing? And nope.
Heavenly bureaucracy, and
It's
like
fantastic.
they know exactly what they want.
Yeah. And it's just always so interesting to me, like a people's belief system says a lot about those people, right? Like I think the Greek gods say a lot about the ancient Greek people, which what they thought was interesting, what they thought was bad or evil, what they were portraying with that. But it's fascinating to think about.
And Teo is part of the Slavic pantheon, but I think it's more also kind of a general old school smaller gods pantheon. And his divine parent is Morana, who is kind of rebirth, winter, death.
My pantheon's like an indie pantheon. You
Yeah.
probably haven't heard
You
of
haven't
it.
heard of it. But that's specifically one of the reasons that Teo has been called in as kind of like a cleanup crew demigod before he got with the band to help smaller demigods, smaller gods like clean up some messes.
Sure. Okay. I like that. So those are our pantheons so far.
Anyway, that's my conspiracy theory. There is a small board getting worked on the back of on this like a panel of the tour bus, like as we were traveling.
Sure.
As Micah is having like the most thoughts she's ever had in one coherent direction in a while.
Ooh. Well, is this a joke or is this for real?
No, this is for real.
Okay.
I don't like getting fucked with.
I need you to roll judgment for me. This is a custom judgment roll, not Pierce the Veil.
There,
But just so you know, a 6- can have consequences in this moment, even though I'm asking you to roll.
is there any way I can you takes one to no one for that?
Is that the one that
Let's we
bumps up your
substitute weird.
for what?
Weird for my judgment instead.
When?
Whenever you would pierce the veil.
No. This is more of a like perception check than an investigation check.
All right, well, I have a -1 to judgment.
Sweet. It's time we put that to use, Trickster.
How
You're,
dare.
look at it this way. You're gonna get information no matter what.
That is true. Let's make this 7.
7 with your -1.
No, a 6.
Okay. Now we see.
I think also
Put strings
Micah,
in the form of a pentagram, bus blows up.
because it's because
Nice.
tour buses are still somewhat small. We've established Micah sometimes like just spends her time as a smaller animal to do things in that space.
Oh, yeah.
So like there is a small squirrel, like there's a squirrel like doing a conspiracy board.
Sure.
Yeah, like on one of the couches.
You gotta be
So there-
real careful in squirrel form on this bus because there's a
Mhm.
big black dog.
I think at one point like the dog Zappa comes over and it's like too interested and you just see Micah go smack and then go back to what she's doing.
Yeah.
That's
Not a
funny.
regular squirrel.
Yeah.
Um,
We've had this problem before.
plenty of times.
all right. So we, the audience, see Micah the squirrel arranging some red string on like, I'm picturing, you know, one of the bench seat couch type things and the wall of the bus and window, right?
Yeah.
And you're like kind of taping up some stuff.
Yes.
So this is a fun way to do it. Who has the highest weird?
I don't think me.
+0.
Okay, that might be the highest.
Plus one.
One?
-1.
Me.
Haha! Okay, Teo, you, maybe because you notice Zappa starting to get interested again, you're like, oh God, again? Like, you're basically intelligent. Stop.
I let him do it.
Oh, okay. Well, you notice it. Maybe you're just interested, like, how's it going to go this time?
Yes.
But what you see is the squirrel is putting up stuff, and I think it's, you start to hear, kind of in the music of the old world, like squeeze box. You know what that sounds like? It just sounds like old-timey Eastern Europe to me, is that like
Kind of like a
a little
Concertina.
mini accordion concertina.
Calliope.
Not quite that, but it's a little like organy
Mhm.
kind of. But you hear these like four, like you hear a couple tones like and you're like, huh, that's weird. And then you hear a third one and you see it coincides with the third piece of string that Micah puts up. And then the fourth one is like, it's like a chord is sounding now. And you see Micah like reaching for this other piece of string. And if she puts it up, it's going to complete a spell. So I'm going to give you a choice. You can do something with Weird, Bend Fate, one of your moves, or you can roll a help roll to assist Micah from doing it badly. Because it is a discovery spell, but if it goes wrong, it could go really wrong. So how would you like to interact with this moment? It is like, it's one of those moments where you're like, wait, is she really, oh God. And
You hear small squirrel sounds that are Micah muttering. Yeah.
I am going to. I think Teo is less. He doesn't know spells a lot, but he does interact with a lot of different afterlives and
Mhm.
also does have his Book of the Dead. So I think he might try and affect how this spell manifests.
okay, so as a help roll,
Uh,
or more as a like,
more if I can use my weird to
bend fate.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, I like that. So let me handle this as a 6- first,
Okay.
and then we'll add on to that, knowing that
good.
you are like revved up, ready to deal with what's about to happen.
Yeah.
But the symbol that you finished putting up
Mm-hmm.
is a pictoglyph that the people of the heavenly bureaucracy, that's just fun to say, would recognize as like a summoning or portal or, you know, opening kind of ceremony. And I think as you lay this last string down, you're like, oh wait, I know what this looks. Oh no.
Oop.
And you know, this thing sticks to the wall and then it like sinks into the wall and almost becomes like a hieroglyph, but it's a more of a Chinese character.
Mhm.
And the space in that it's this little like 1.5 by 1.5
Yeah.
square in the side of the bus fades away, and it's not like if you look out the window versus this, it's not the same space. Now, refresh me your original question that got you into this situation. You wanted to find out about
I was trying to make a connection. Why has media like sent Kind of a like, why is media fucking with us right now?
Sure. Okay.
Which is very broad, and you should probably pick a more narrow question when doing things like this.
Okay. So the panel or this part of the wall falls away, and this is just a portal for the appropriately sized wizard who summoned it.
Yes.
Right? Like this is tiny wizard did this.
Wizard.
Yeah.
Wizard.
Why would the portal be 6 feet wide?
Yeah.
Tiny wizard made it, right?
Wizard.
That's like the best drawback to making a portal ever. It's like appropriately sized for the person who makes it.
Yeah.
Hello, I am a squirrel.
Yeah.
So you did that, and then it sort of like falls away, and then it is like the heat of a blast furnace, and this like really loud noise, and everybody can hear this noise. Although you're going to be the first to respond to it. It's this whoosh. It's like a jet engine, right? Is maybe not right next to the bus, but it's very close. That kind of rushing sound of noise and fire, right? Your singe is immediately furred.
Thank you.
I can word. I'm good at wording.
You wrote a whole book?
Yep, I sure did. I think let's move on to what you've got there.
Teo had called out Micah's name. Micah! And then the tapestry you're weaving is not, the portal opens, and he pushes his hands forward with the Book of the Dead opening from them,
yeah.
and then slams it shut like he's trying to close the portal.
Yeah.
And he's going to try and bend fate.
Okay.
Okay?
So now I'm going to give you for free,
Yes.
because you had that good like recognition of what was happening early on.
Mhm.
This is at least a window, if not a portal, to somebody's afterlife.
That's
hope
what
it's
he
not-
thought.
It's not immediately sure which one. Lots of them are fiery, right? But you know for sure, like, oh, this is where dead people go.
Yes. Quite familiar. Oop. Okay, that is 8.
8 for
8 to bend fate.
bend fate. Okay, so you're pushing the gift beyond its normal limits.
Okay.
And what bane would you like?
Let's see. Choose one boon and one bane. The Book of the Dead. I am going to. I think I'm going to take 1 harm. I think
Okay.
Teo burns palms a little
Yeah.
bit.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. And your goal right now is to close this portal.
Close it. Seal it.
I'm working on it. I was just using it.
Roll weird.
Yay. Oh man, we're gonna have another combat.
No, we're just having opposed weird checks.
Okay, well, I rolled a 4. Wait, I got a +2. I rolled a 6.
Really? Okay. So you turn as Teo is rushing to your side,
Mm-hmm.
and I think you just misjudged the sizing of things.
Obviously.
And you get thrown off balance. Your arm goes through the portal
Mm-hmm.
before you yank it back, and you get knocked over as a squirrel, tiny,
Yeah.
right? You're gonna take 2 harm,
Fine.
and that harm is so normally if you only have 3 harm or less at the end of a scene, you just wipe it out.
Mm-hmm.
That harm is going to require magical healing,
Oh, fun.
because you broke through space and time, and
Okay, well, that's on me.
you did a space crime.
Yeah, okay.
So-
I did the space crime.
Yeah.
I am now finding out.
So, oh, you know what? I'll make you a deal. You can take the 2 harm, or you can take grievous harm, which could wind up with nothing.
I almost okay. Remind me how grievous harm works.
So it's in the basic moves if you have it there. It is you want to roll low on that one because you want to fail at taking grievous harm. But if you roll high, you like something very bad could happen. But you have actually created a very bad situation here.
I did. Weird. Didn't know that was gonna get that bad that fast. I almost want to try it, but I've
And-
been rolling so poorly.
And to be fair,
Mhm.
it is weird that it got this bad this fast.
Yeah,
Right, like
I'll go for the grievous harm.
okay, let's roll it and just get a 6- again.
You can do it.
I'm gonna throw these at you and see what they get.
Oh. And is that plus
It's
the potential 2 or just
We'll
2d6?
do +0 because you chose this instead of the 2 harm.
Yeah, well, that's an 8.
Okay.
Oh, but it's double, so I do get a thread.
Okay.
Yeah, you do get a threat.
Excellent.
And it's true. So the options there's a 7 and 9 list for take
Yes.
grievous harm. You can pick from that. I'm happy to pick for you if you'd like.
How generous.
I'm willing to do that labor.
I think for better or worse, I think
Or
I
I mean,
might-
you could pick from the 10+ list if you want.
I was gonna say, like, I almost want to give you a hard move, but I don't want to because I roll so shitty.
Yeah, I don't recommend that
I also
right
have
now.
a proposition.
Yeah.
I think Teo is going to get really mad at you.
I think I'm gonna get knocked out then.
So either get knocked out, like, or if you want to like wind up in a tight spot, that might affect our relationship.
Ah.
I think I'm gonna take knock. I actually tight spot is good too. Shit. In that case, I mean, you know what? I'll take two for 1. I think I'll get knocked out, and we'll deal with it when I wake up.
Okay.
Oh wait, no,
Okay.
that's the 10+. Never mind. I think I'm gonna do the tight spot, and we'll have a problem later.
Okay, so what I would like both of you to do is, without telling each other, each of you have 2 tangles with the other, right?
Yes.
I would like you to pick one of those and circle it as the one you've decided is problematic now.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
Oh, we're
when
tightening them?
not tightening it,
Mhm.
it's
Oh, sorry.
just if it comes up, I want you to tell me if that aspect of your relationship comes into focus.
I mean, yeah.
But don't tell each other what you're circling,
All right.
and that is our tight spot.
Cool.
So the portal closes.
Yes, yeah,
Uh,
it slams shut, as does, and all of the like arrangements that she had put up are gone. It's just the wall of the bus again.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Are you cool with me touching you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Depends where you're gonna hit me.
I'm not gonna hit you. Teo, he slams his hands shut.
Mhm.
Smoke is rising from them, and then in squirrel form, he picks you up bodily
oh, that's
and
terrifying.
just like holds you against the window for a moment.
Oh, God.
What were you thinking?
I think this is gonna be very fun and very gross. Squirrels don't have the equipment to talk human.
Hmm.
So you see basically a very small version of the lower half of a person shift back
Oh,
out.
I hate that.
It's disgusting. And then you
Mm.
just hear, I was trying to figure out why there was why the media pantheon's fucking with us. Also, very tight. Like, ow.
You have come close enough to entering one of these realms before you wanted to do it again.
I wasn't trying to do that. What realm? That dead? I think I opened up a portal to hell.
And then he just drops you onto the seat.
Can we have the shot of the 2 of us sitting on the other side of the bus, like just watching this exchange? Like we were about to like intercede when this thing happened and this big noise and then all this, and then we just like,
And I think also when you grab the squirrel, we get also a picture of Zappa like, I didn't get to grab the squirrel. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Sound when like squish against
Yeah.
the I think Micah turns back into full human because it's weird. I was working on something, and everyone's like, apply yourself, Micah. And I was applying myself, and I did not expect there to be a hole to hell.
You made it.
I didn't. I was figuring out something different. That is all new.
Well, don't
That's a you thing.
don't figure it out on the bus.
When am I gonna figure?
Let us know what you're doing.
yeah, I think that has to be a new rule for sure. If you're going to be opening weird portals and doing
I
big magic,
didn't
like,
expect to open a portal.
right, but it's still kind of big magic for on the road. Like
It
if you hit
wasn't
a bump,
big magic.
Did-
It was a conspiracy board.
Do any of your characters know what sulfur smells like?
I mean,
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Right? That's fine. You tell me. The bus mostly smells like sulfur, and now the sirens in the back are like, what? Did somebody bring eggs? One thing, we said no eggs. You know Carla's allergic. Apparently one of them's named Carla.
Carla's allergic to eggs, but she can eat a whole person.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Um,
they like eggs.
I think that Micah, super knowing that she's done wrong, like, and like leaves. And I think if there's like bunks on the tour bus, like climbs into it.
He goes to grab your hand to stop you.
What's your prowess?
Uh-oh.
It's a +0.
I feel
If
like
you want to roll to decide, it's up to you if that grab happens or if you're not sure and you want to roll, that's okay too. But
I'm trying to decide because I feel like it's one of those like Micah, like I don't want to like admit I'm wrong because I didn't like because Micah's like wasn't doing anything wrong. I didn't know what was gonna happen, and so I think like she lets you stop her for a second. She's just.
Do you understand why I'm angry?
I do, and I don't think it's valid. I'm sorry you're upset. And like I think she like pushes you and starts heading to the
it's like a
bunk.
negative apology.
Yeah.
He was trying to ask an injured person for a trade
Mm,
and did
Oh.
not get what he needed
that's
to heal
true. Yep.
In fairness.
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah,
like
I
that.
think it'll take a second.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and when you change back to human form, your whole like left arm is scorched up, and weirdly enough, even the like sleeve of your garment, whatever you were wearing, is like burnt and shriveled, and you're like your hand is usable. It's not like burned, a Grey's Anatomy medical show. It's like it was burned 100 years ago and it's still blackened. That's what it looks like.
Nasty. Awesome. Yeah, I think for that, I think it's still even because of that, does like shakes you off, like sorry you're upset, and then like climbs into her bunk, and I think you then just see like the jacket and like overshirt shirt like fly out of the thing as she's like changing, and you can just hear the loudest, angriest change.
Teo goes and scoots over to the two of you and kind of sits down in one of the seats and has to like lean over it to look at the two of you. That was pretty dangerous.
I can't believe she thought that was just a good during the drive project. Maybe should we get more cable channels on the bus?
Are you all gonna roll down a window or what?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll do
it.
that.
There's no indication that they're concerned about the fire or the noise or her arm.
And I think because we're in an enclosed space and like I can't leave well enough alone to hear you guys. I wasn't opening a portal. I was making a conspiracy board.
So we need maybe craft supplies on the bus? Is this what we need to do?
That maybe is a worse idea.
Oh,
okay. I think.
Yeah, I mean.
But I do appreciate
Glitter.
the initiative. I think we're walking into something, and even though she did the wrong thing, she was trying to do the right thing.
Yeah. Sure. Aren't we almost there yet?
It's a long drive.
We can flashback forward to the hotel again, if that's all right.
Yeah.
If it takes, how long is it going to take for us to get there? Like,
It's another couple hours, probably.
yeah, I think Micah's fully capable of pouting for about that amount of time.
I feel like we have this little montage of this super awkward where the rest of us are just trying to like be busy and other things and like nobody's talking except
I just thought of this. The Sirens like to play like 4-player Texas Hold'em, so they're always trying to get people to come and play with them. Who will play poker with them?
I think I will now.
Oh, okay. This
Yeah,
drive is
I'm
your
making
first
new
time.
friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Usually Teo does like contests.
Oh,
but-
yeah. Okay. So often Teo will play with them. Yeah, okay.
Can
I
I
have
take
no
my
idea.
a thread for presenting a new perspective?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, everyone double check your hooks to
Did I
see.
save a life?
Yes.
I think I did the opposite of any of my threads. We have to teach someone else a lesson.
Nah. You taught someone
even
else about you.
Yeah, not even an unnecessary lie. Like, I said the truth and I still fucked up.
Yeah.
I think, there's like that tension, and then like the Oh man, I can't be mad at you guys because we're in an enclosed space and it's weird. And technically, I'm the one who fucked it up, but I'm not gonna acknowledge it yet. So I think Micah has like slunk out to try to play Texas Hold'em with like the sirens.
Yep. Okay.
Although she's never played a game that she couldn't cheat at.
Yeah.
I think Anders sets up his laptop looking at where the portal was and
Yeah.
just kind of ruminating about it. And just kind of thinking about, oh, she was able to open up a portal.
Technically, I could have done that. That's a skill I have access to. I just never took it.
Well,
Hmm.
Anders doesn't know that, but he's
Yeah.
thinking about it.
Do you mean she, Micah, or she, your mom?
Both.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And you're okay.
Your mom opened a portal.
Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah, but Micah did stick a hand in the nether portal.
I didn't know it was hell.
I think
I mean, don't stick anything in there.
No, both.
Oh, the
portals.
both. That's true.
Yeah.
Both times.
No, the first
Um,
one you stuck your hand in on purpose.
I just touched it. I want to know what would
Yeah.
happen.
Yep.
I feel like at some point Bella's gonna kind of like
I think we have a montage of Micah putting her hand in things, like reaching into a hole in the wall and like reaching into the
The Curb Your Enthusiasm music.
the sink disposal.
The garbage disposal.
Yeah.
Like,
Boink.
there's definitely multiple times where it's like a giant plant or something, a carnivorous plant that we're fighting, and Mike is just like,
Yep.
I feel like at some point Bella's gonna try and like do the olive branch, like, hey, it's okay. And just start that by going and hey, could you deal me in? And like start playing poker too, which she never does. Like she loves games and competition. She does not like playing with the sirens.
Yeah. Well, also like a game of almost pure chance. Well, no, poker is about playing the person across from you.
Yeah.
Like playing the opponent, not the cards as much. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like just the siren specifically, because like if she wins, they get annoyed, and if they win, she gets annoyed,
Right.
and it just ends
And they
up.
like float. They're
Yeah.
they're sore winners.
Yeah, and there's no
You're
way
right.
for us all to continue working together well for a few days.
Yeah.
They also never want to bet normal things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, I want the memory of your first love, and you're like, I don't know how to give that to you.
Yeah.
But I certainly know it'll be gone if I offer it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, okay, I'll bet my tooth, and like rip a tooth out of their mouth and put it on the table. You're like, I wish you hadn't done that. Like,
Please put that back.
yeah.
Yeah. So and like just to be like, hey, we're cool with you. It's fine. Like we're interacting. But does she does know Micah well enough not to like broach the subject. It's just like a symbol of, look, we're in
Yes.
the same space.
We'll
Everything's
ignore the
normal.
thing that happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how you deal with those emotions.
Yeah.
Family.
ignore them.
What? Okay. So, in our resort room,
Mhm.
the bags are dropped off. I think it does make sense then that we would wind up with Bella and Micah in a room,
Mhm.
even though
Yeah.
we're not
Yeah.
worried about gendering the rooms that way.
For now.
I think it's better that way because there's like the relationship tension between the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the
Yeah.
relationship tension between the two of us.
That's
So then if
Yes.
we
true.
deny that, it's like the best move, like
Yep.
plot wise.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that.
Sounds good.
And the tension of Anders trying to give Micah the benefit of the doubt, while
Mhm.
Teo is like just really genuinely pissed off. I think is
Yes.
that accurate?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get
I
pissed a
don't know
lot.
why you're mad. Anyway.
But that is it okay if I bring the animals in?
I would
I think
assume
that's
we got a
assumed.
pet.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, I think it's just
They know what they get.
Yeah.
And your animals all go outside to go to the bathroom. Like they're
They're
intelligent
intelligent, yes.
beings.
Yeah.
So
Weirdly intelligent.
yeah.
But the bed is covered immediately in black fur and black feathers.
Yeah. I feel like it's one of those things like maybe not here, but in other places we've had to like do weird things to like sneak them into the hotel room.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Or like use your powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to like
Micah has
distract.
been like, if there are 3 spirits standing on top of each other, we can make one person. It's like, no.
Yeah, Zrock goes in the hoodie,
Yeah.
in the back of the hoodie,
Yeah.
and then Zappa goes in the bottom of the hoodie.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
just looks-
In the back.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Like at one point, Micah has carried Zappa like under her shirt. and
Yeah,
I'm
like a pregnant.
yeah, and
yeah.
I'm like, oh, what are you expecting? And the dog just pops out.
Bloop. Zappa, work with me here.
Yeah. But Ucho kind of roams.
Sure, the motorcycle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is the creature actually a motorcycle?
It's a horse.
It's a horse who is glamored as a motorcycle.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. And it can just wander around on its own. Yep.
There are a lot of things.
Cool.
Mhm.
I like that.
Because Ucho can talk.
Yep.
But
Absolutely.
yeah, no. Immediately there is a piece, like as if someone has divided the room in half between Bella and Micah. Something supernatural is going on because Micah will throw things everywhere, and like they just stop halfway.
Think, 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 yeah.
I feel like Bella is like annoyed by that, but also like appreciates it because like that means her side of the room is staying neat and tidy. There's not
I'm just getting comfortable.
Okay,
Like,
that's
just,
fine.
just the unpacking process.
Yeah. And now, is it something you usually do, or is it like a thing you're doing right now because you're being passive aggressive?
No, it is genuinely just Micah's not a very neat person.
Oh, okay. So
And-
that's like a courtesy
Yeah, no,
magic
that,
curtain.
Yeah, that
Okay.
is truly, she knows exactly where her limits are on
Okay.
things.
Okay.
That's the thing about breaking rules; you have to know where they are first.
Yeah. Bella appreciates it then and
Yeah.
isn't annoyed by it. Sorry.
Yeah,
What
No,
was
it's-
the bird's name again?
Zrok.
Zrok.
yeah, almost as if like there is a magic curtain. that Micah
Uh,
knows not to.
Yeah, the crow
Yeah,
is Zrok.
I like it.
The Shiba, the black Shiba, is Zappa. And the horse is Ucho.
Ucho. Got it. Do you mind if I characterize Zrok a little bit, or is that
Sure.
something you wanted
No,
to
go for it.
keep control of?
Go for it.
Okay. So as you're settling in, unpacking stuff, Anders is getting unpacked as well. Zrok like waits patiently for you to open the window, like you usually do, and then looks back at you, and you get the I don't know. Does Zrok speak to you in words?
No, only Ucho can actually speak out loud. I think Zrok and Zappa, it's more signals and signs that he understands.
Okay. So Zrok does this like tap 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 and then like a little like wiggle like hop dance, right?
Feeling
And
of
you
the
know
fancy.
like Zrok makes fun of the way Micah dances. Like he
I like
finds
that.
it hilarious. Right? And so this is Zrok is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is like not mocking her, but
Because
like,
it's not a mock.
this is his like
Yeah.
sign language for that he's talking about her, right?
Mhm.
And then he indicates like some of the stuff that you've laid out. There's like some symbols that Zrok is familiar with, and is basically suggesting like what you get a clear enough message. Zrok is asking, what do you want me to bring Micah to fix this?
Listen. She has to bring me something to fix this. And he just kind of takes Rock, the way you might take a pigeon or a dove or something, like a magician would do, and just like throws him out the window.
You-
So- and he doesn't, it's not like a harmful thing. He just
Yeah.
kind of
No.
throws him so he
yeah,
can
yeah,
go stay
yeah,
out.
yeah. He knows, and he knows when he's been dismissed as well. It's like, oh man. Okay. So there comes a tapping. A tapping at your chamber window. Your chamber door.
Could be a balcony.
Yeah. And there's a big black bird out there. You know this bird.
I know this bird. I think there's definitely like looks at it.
Like,
Ew.
not super subtle, but
And I like open the window.
I'm gonna pause this for a second. Alex, could I look at your tangles?
Yeah.
I want to see what you circled without you reading it out loud.
Cut myself in the chin.
There
Uh-oh.
you
I
go.
don't know how.
Okay. Okay, and I need to see yours as well.
Hold on.
I feel like Bella like thinks it's super cute and is like encouraging because I am assuming that you sent the bird. Of course you did.
Zrok
Yeah.
knows this.
Yeah.
Zrok is not
Absolutely
dumb.
not.
So it's like, oh, see, it's like
Okay.
I'm gonna give you kind of like that encouraging, like, yeah, you should open the door face.
Yeah. So you know what? Like, oh, that's actually really sweet. Okay, I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. So Zrok flies in, and all your stuff is like your bag has exploded somehow already.
Yeah, it's crazy. Don't know how that keeps happening.
When so that time you died,
Yeah.
was there I think there must have been does Michael wear jewelry much?
Yeah, she's a big fan of just like the most rings one can get on
Sure.
on a hand.
And like changes them up, not the same thing
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
But can I suggest there is one ring there was a ring you had on that day
Mm-hmm.
that was special for some reason because of that moment, and it's something you keep around. Maybe you don't wear it every day, but it's like always on your rotation.
Yeah.
Uh,
She has actually a no, it wouldn't have been from there. She has like a silver signet ring.
Okay.
And it is of a I think it's of a little of a tree.
Okay.
And just a very cute it like a little. It was a cute thing she picked up, but it was like I think at one time like since she had it on that day, someone may have said it was kind of cute, and she's like, I'll keep that on.
Yeah. So, when you went to get oranges from your parents' house, I mean, that's not why you went. Your mom also got you a like pretty nice velvet jewelry roll.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, to like hold things.
Yeah. So that's a thing that you have now.
Cool.
Some of your things got transferred in there, and this is flopped open on the table on your side of the room.
Yeah.
And Zorak like flies in, does a lap around the room,
Yeah.
lands on the table, and is clearly like looking for something. Like uses one foot and like pushes stuff out of the way, nose like beak like pushes things over. The whole like little thing that holds like the in-room menu and all that,
Yeah.
like all of that goes off the table.
That's not
and
even my fault. This time.
I'm gonna look at you. Maybe
This is the
he's
worst apology
still
I've
upset.
ever seen.
More upset than I thought.
Then as the desk phone falls off the table, Zorak finds the jewelry roll
Mm-hmm.
and like kicks it open, grabs that ring, and like taps it on the table in front of you, like makes eye contact with you, and
Don't you fucking dare, bird.
and flies out the window.
Don't you fucking dare, bird. I think immediately bird form after him.
Okay. Ooh, that's fun. Roll metal. How often do you turn into birds?
I think it was a problem at some point where it was like, because Micah would oh my god, never using public transit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Micah likes to, but she's still a person and doesn't think bird.
Yeah.
That's a 10.
Okay. Yeah. So, Zorak is trying to lose you,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then in the act of doing so, you see a like desert. Are red-tailed hawks in the desert?
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a hawk that is like, ooh, yum, right? Because also around a resort, there are big fat crows and ravens and delicious. This is what we get. But the hawk has spotted Zorak and is like getting ready to dive bomb. So you're hot on his tail feathers, and it's hard to tell exactly where Zorak's trying to go right now because you thought like he's just gonna fly around.
Yeah.
But that's not what happened. But also he was just trying to lose you. So you're pretty close. You can see what's about to happen.
Such a bad idea.
Can we get to a scene that's happening simultaneously?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
The minute that like the birds fly out of the window, I'm gonna be like, okay, this has gotten out of hand. I'm gonna do the like warrior kind of storming angry parents like best friend thing and just like, is your door closed?
I think the door's probably closed.
Okay, and just like pound on the door.
I'm gonna say Teo is now ignoring the bird.
Yeah.
And Teo and Anders are having a conversation. Does your head feel different? Like, is there an awareness of where your face ends and begins?
He
You
looks.
can scratch your nose.
He looks in the mirror, And he says, I think I'm becoming what I should be.
And then you.
That's what it's
open
like.
the-
Bam, 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 bam on the door. Like a little bit like, okay, if she doesn't think about it, the door might crush. 'cause,
You've
yeah.
divine might, right?
Yeah.
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 The fact that the door is not breaking in is a conscious.
It kind
choice.
We get another Curb Your Enthusiasm montage of Bella accidentally breaking things.
Teo, this has gotten way out of hand.
I was going to ask if you wanted to get it, but I'll get it.
Bam, 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 bam.
Okay.
Teo,
Yes, Bella.
the birds have flown out. Like whatever you had him
The
steal.
birds. The birds.
I have one bird.
Yeah. Well, now we've got two because Micah chased after him when he took her
Okay,
stuff.
my bird is my problem.
Yes.
That bird is her own problem.
Right. Well, they're together flying, and your bird took a
You
thing
said
from
he
her.
took. It has to be a gift. Okay. The window opens again, and there's a Zrok!
Um,
I feel like that's the part because you're so calm. Like Bella doesn't know what to do with her like
Energy.
aggressive, so she's just kind of like holding it. Like, okay, you're very calm. And then like when you go
Zrok!
out and yell at the window, I'm like, okay.
I
someone's
also
here.
imagine Teo doesn't raise their voice often.
No,
No.
it does not.
Almost never.
So, yeah, I also, Micah, this is the moment of distraction that could be lethal for Zrok.
Mm-hmm.
Because Zrok's like focused on getting away from you and maybe would have noticed the hawk. But the hawk has just not screamed. It just like quietly went into dive mode. And then Zrok is like, whoa, you hear the call from the window as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Zrok is just like immediately in that direction. And it's just, he's a sitting duck.
I think that what's larger than a hawk?
An eagle.
Micah does
vulture.
Micah does like the worst animal math ever, and is like, "What is larger than hawk? California condor. Excellent.
Yep,
Yeah. Nice.
that's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Huge." And fully mid-flight goes from like a finch, like
Yeah.
she usually picks like small like animals, to California condor sized, and hasn't quite calculated the shift. And which is actually helpful because I think she's going to try to meet Hawk and just
Okay.
knock it out of the sky.
Okay, so we're gonna use there's a component of Smite Your Enemies to defend someone.
Oh my god.
I actually don't think it's on the basic moves sheet. Yeah, it's in the book.
Okay.
So roll and I'll just decide well, depending on what, if you want to fuck up the hawk, then we can deal with that too.
I have
But
thumbs. I'm not gonna fight a hawk if I
Yeah.
don't have
okay,
to.
great.
I'm better than that. I'm just a little I like
But you want to
Yeah.
play interference.
as mad as I am about everything that's happening. I'm not gonna let Zrok die.
And this hawk is just doing his hawk stuff. So
Mhm.
Is there any chance that I can make any argument for my ability to switch to be able to use awe instead of
oh yeah, because you're not trying to do harm.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. In that case, that is a 9.
Okay, and don't forget you can always spend a thread to add a third die after you roll.
I'll do a third one. I don't have that many threads. That's my problem.
Yeah, and you just take the highest.
Yeah,
So,
but it's a 9, so I think I can still.
it's up to you.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, it's not like you can roll lower, right?
Mm.
Jason. No.
But you keep the 2 best dice,
Yeah.
so you
yeah, with my
at least
9,
get
I'll
to
take-
keep your 9.
And I'm. It's not protect myself, but I guess can I use protect them?
Yeah.
Or crush them?
No, you make an opening
Yeah.
for an ally, right? And unbeknownst to Zrok, there is a flurry of feathers.
Truly the most undignified like thwomp sound.
Yeah, of the hawk that like
There's a bump, bump, bump.
bounces off of you, your massive condor body, and is very confused. And you get the feeling like this hawk is like, "Whoa, bro, I'm sorry. It's like that whole vibe. He's not literally talking to you,
Yeah.
but he's like my bad. I did not see you here. This was your deal, and I was just leaving. Actually, I don't even know how I even ran into you.
I think my nest is parked over there.
Yeah,
I think all condor faces are a little mean mugging, but
Yeah,
like
they are.
just there's this moment of just like more
Good face,
angry
good face.
condor face.
yeah, yeah. just mad dog him a little bit,
Mhm.
and yeah, he flies off.
And I think I have no idea where Zrock went, and like I've lost him in that time, and just head back to my room
Yeah, okay,
and just like bamf back into
Sure.
like human form on the bed.
okay, cool. So Zorak returns to the window.
Catch him
Oh my gosh.
and pick through his feathers and pull the ring out of his.
Yep, yeah, he drops it into your hand.
See, this is creating a sort of pressure to have a conversation I'm not ready to have yet, Rock. So I'm not going to have you return it, but I am going to give this to Bella so Bella can return it. And
He like tries to grab it.
and
from
he
there.
like under the chin. Bella, I think this is Micah's. Take your moment, don't worry.
Okay, I'll get it back to her.
This was
Maybe-
unintentional.
Okay. Maybe it should come from you.
No, I don't think so. Not yet.
All right.
We were talking about styling digital hair over here. Very important conversation. I don't want to interrupt
I
with.
think you hear whether you respond to this, just the
Yeah, okay, I'll be back. Go back to that conversation. Sounds important. Like just sort of dripping with sarcasm.
Anders has this look like he's not understanding why this is still a thing. Because he's basically like, I thought we settled it.
When you can look into the future where all tension is resolved, it's hard to let the tension actually exist in the moment, but it's there.
I forgot. We technically should have had like one of your wings all
I was
burned.
gonna say one of her
But
wings.
I'm gonna
fucked
say it was
up.
a claw. Your claw
Yeah,
was, because
okay.
otherwise
Good.
all this flying would have been really tricky.
Yeah, it was a nasty little. It was a nasty little bird foot already.
Yeah.
So I take the ring and like go towards the screaming
Just say
trickster.
it was an accident, Zrock.
Oh, okay. All right.
Zorak makes the most disgusted noise. Zorak doesn't make accidents.
No.
So Bella goes and, hey, Micah, got the ring back. Here you go. It wasn't on purpose. Drock, like, was trying to make up for things and, yeah, bird brain.
Well, accurate. Well, if Tam wants to apologize to me, he can.
I'm sure he's thinking about how best to do that right now.
Absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
sure. In the meantime, and I'm like, this is bad.
Real bad.
Doesn't smell, but it looks like it does, right?
It really does. I was,
raspy.
and it kind of did when it first happened. I'm going to be honest with you on the bus.
Yeah,
Another
no.
reason maybe not messing with, like, just the smell.
Okay, again,
I
we didn't know.
I know, but I mean, honestly, if you were making a board too, like, who knows?
I'm sorry, I had you mark that wrong. It's not that you have 2 harm. You've reduced your maximum harm by 1.
Okay.
That's a whole thing that's in the game.
Yep.
Also, while we're resting in our room, I've taken 3 harm during the previous.
Oh, then
Fine,
yeah, you
does
can get rid of that.
Okay. Are you injured at all?
My maximum harm. So is that still manifesting, I guess?
Yeah, that's permanent.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the thing that you picked, or
No. I picked I'm weird to humans now.
oh, that's right. When
But
was your?
from that fight that we had against the werewolf, because Kimi and I took a bunch of
Oh yeah.
that you gave us.
But-
Yeah,
It's been
your
so much time.
your maximum harm is still reduced.
Okay.
Yeah, a maximum harm reduction sticks around until you do something about it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you want to trade?
He looks and he goes, I think I just have a mild headache.
How long has it lasted?
How many days has it been?
Well, 5 or 6 days since
5
the
or 6
werewolf.
days.
It's hard to diagnose a headache if you don't have a head, but that doesn't sound good for our DJ to have. You know.
I thought it was just something new with the upgrade, I guess.
Do you think you could tell me a secret?
love the idea of like pitching this move without explaining it to people, and, like, and that you never have.
Yeah.
This is good.
Uh, his face kind of says no, but then it starts like playing on his face,
Mm.
like it's betraying him a little bit. Oh,
Definitely has to be a willing trade.
You want a second to think about it?
yeah.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Mhm.
So I feel like it's like their conversation in one room, our conversation in the other, and it's like back and forth, back and forth. So I feel like Bella's trying to like talk to you,
Yeah.
and like, have you ever talked with the group or with Bella specifically about when you almost died and like what happened?
No, I think Micah's really good at like taking
Did
that.
die. Did.
Did
Did
die.
die.
Did die.
Did
I think Micah's really, really good at. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And so like, I got an A in therapy, which is normal to achieve and extra normal to want.
Yep.
Yes. So Bella's gonna just be like, so why do you think the bird was after the ring?
Probably because Teo is a big dummy and thinks that he can, like, I don't know, tease me into talking to him, apologizing first.
No.
And you, of all people, know that's not how you win an apology.
That
Win
an
an apology.
apology.
Oh,
Yeah, that's totally healthy.
Take a thread for that. That's so toxic.
Yeah. Teo didn't send the bird. I think it's trying. I think it realizes something's wrong between the two of you and is trying to fix it. Because I'm sorry, what is the bird's name again?
Zrok.
Zrok. Because Zrok likes you, and Teo, like, you know, we're a group, and Teo likes you, and everybody likes you.
Then why was Teo so fucking upset by something that just an accident?
Because Teo cares about you and was scared that something was going to happen to you.
Well, he's really, really shitty at showing it.
No, when people have, I know you win at therapy, but when people have people they care about and then they see them in danger, sometimes they can have big reactions and sometimes it takes a while for them to calm down. Teo got really scared and is struggling to kind of come back from that. And they were frustrated with you for being so foolish because they care about you and they care about what happens to you.
Okay, well then I told him I'm sorry he got upset. That's an apology.
Yeah, that's one tactic to take with that.
I want to interject an option here. You don't have to take it at all.
Mhm.
And in the lack of a comfort and support move for masks, it's really what I want right now. But Kimi, I would be open to you rolling Bend Fate as your, what's your leadership gift?
I have my sigil of command.
Sigil of Command.
I command
Not
Think of the
literally,
siren.
you better.
not literally
Stop
giving
being
orders,
an idiot.
Stop being a jerk.
but as an inspirational leader,
Yeah.
Mhm.
if Claire's open to receiving
I
that.
think so. I think there really needs to be like a bonk of the head, like a come to Monkey King moment of like,
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're
Okay.
open to that roll, then what I would want to do is have you roll Bend Fate
Okay.
with the option of probably taking one of those heals as a boon. Let's see what happens.
Then fate is with judgment.
Weird.
Oh, with
Mm.
weird.
Yeah, your favorite.
Fun.
That's a 5.
Okay. Micah, do you want to roll Provide Aid?
Yeah, because again, like
wait, I
No,
see
wait,
what you're
okay,
doing.
wait.
Wait a minute, I get
Okay.
this.
I know what I want to do.
Okay.
Okay, and let me see if I can do
Or
this.
you
okay.
can spend a thread to re-roll one, or add a third die.
I could. Can I pitch something to you though?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got practical tactical brilliance.
Oh.
So this isn't supposed to be for conversation. It's like in fighting. But
It's
can
for
I?
conflict.
Yes. So can I roll this to like bash her over the head with like the truth? And I wouldn't normally do this except
Ooh.
we're a short session, we're a short
In a-
campaign,
yeah.
and I want to make them kiss. So I'm gonna like
Yeah.
literally bash her over the head with Teo likes you, like they have romantic feelings for you.
Oh.
And then
Outed.
can I roll this?
You
Yes.
could
No idea.
out my
It.
feelings.
I know.
love it.
It's terrible and awful, but
This is why he's mad.
yeah. So
He cares too much.
oh, see now I roll a 9 on the die. Plus prowess is 2, 9, 10, 11.
Mm-hmm.
Micah, you're so tuned in and then so clueless sometimes. Teo cares about you because they like you. Like really like you.
Yeah, everyone does.
No, like romantically. Teo has feelings for you. And so that's why he got so upset when you almost like got sucked into the portal to hell. Gosh.
With your
For the second
practical
time this
tactical
week.
brilliance,
For the second time.
was there one of the particular spends on there that you wanted to use for the...
No, so it's I hold 3. And I spend 1 hold to, I'm gonna say you or a weave member picks an additional option from the smite roll.
Sure, yeah, I get where we're going with it. That's fine.
Crush your enemy.
My ego.
Yeah, smite your ego.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, I feel like take harm in a place of a nearby weave member. Like, can I take some of her like emotional harm that
Take
she
your
had?
emotional damage.
Yeah, like that she thought was like.
I'll tank your feeling.
Yeah, that's sort of what I am. 100%.
I think. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously it works. Like,
Yeah.
like I think Micah sort of sits there, just like, I don't know what to do with this information, and like,
Well, to be clear, Clara, as the player,
yes,
player v player rolls only work if it's a good roll and the receiving player agrees.
oh no,
So okay,
I
it's just
want to make them kiss.
no, that's fine, but it requires consent.
Yes.
So
I
Absolutely.
succeeded in bashing you over the head. Whether you accept what I did
yes,
and how you react to my bashing
do you
over the head
accept
with
my
this.
words?
Yeah.
I think Micah sort of like. I think there is a world in which Teo was incredibly kind and is very often looking out for my.
Now, I cannot ignore the fact that a 5 was rolled before you
Okay, for sure.
recalculated.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And as you are having this conversation in the common room, I assume,
Oh no, I think we're
I
in
think
our
back
room.
in the bedroom, okay.
Whether the door closed or not is a different.
Yeah, probably door open,
Mhm.
whatever. It's not that important.
Mhm.
You hear from the suite door just a jaunty knock
Uh-huh.
and room service.
Okay. I'll get it. You stay here and process. I'm gonna go.
You process your feelings.
Yeah. I'm still kind of avoiding having them in the same room together because I'm sort of like, oh, well, I won the fight. I don't know. There's going to be repercussions. Like my brain is like going over the tactics of, well, you won that battle and this war's about to get a lot worse.
Sure.
Good job.
Yep,
So I go and I'm just like, okay. And I open the door without even thinking or worrying about it.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
Did let's see, you two are chatting. Anders and Theo are chatting about like
Secrets.
Yeah.
secrets.
Here's-
Oh, did you decide on a secret you wanted to share?
This is the first thing that came to my head. So I was watching this thing on Netflix about pop music. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's called This Is Pop. But that's
Oh, I know the show you're talking
Mhm.
about. I haven't seen it.
and that's sort of where I got Anders from, is because they go to Sweden to look at why they were so good at pop music.
Okay.
And why nobody knows who they are. And they have like a thing there called Jantelagen, where they don't basically talk. They don't boast. Like they don't talk good about themselves. They don't do anything like that. So I figured that this is the one time he did it to his mom to get her to come to the concert.
And she got killed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. That is an extremely valuable secret.
Okay.
What do you want to do with that?
I am going to roll 2d6 plus awe to see if I can heal
No.
that permanent.
Roll
harm.
with Fate's favor on this because that secret was very good.
And do I roll twice or do I roll with 3 dice? And take
Roll with 3 dice and take the best 2.
Excellent. And let's see, that's plus awe is 13.
Oh my. Yes. Okay.
So on a 10 plus, you heal 3 harm.
Okay.
Yay.
So that should be all. Well, you didn't really have harm. You had reduced maximum harm.
Yeah.
But that's fine. We'll
Okay.
say that counts.
So you share this with Theo.
I don't think he shared it. It was just played upon his face, and it looked like he was trying to hold it back.
But was it in some way
It was him,
consensual?
but
Okay.
like,
It has to be
Yeah,
consensual.
it has to be
you have to
willing.
be giving it.
he is
Okay.
giving it, but I feel like there's like a part of his weirdness after the ascendance move is that he's kind of detaching from his humanity a little bit.
Okay.
So he can't really communicate it, but he's still showing
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And
And it's just clear that he's awkward about it.
And it's like more like he's turning more to the data.
Sure.
of what
Yeah.
happened.
The data
Yeah.
side. Yeah.
You show him this, and then he says, "I already knew that she was there for you." And the headache lifts.
Aw.
Amazing. I love that. What a great moment. Then Bella opens the door.
All right.
Everything goes to shit.
And you see, rather than a bellhop,
Mhm.
there is this guy. He's like over 6 feet tall, a little lanky, but fairly, broad-shouldered. Looks a little like the actor Nick Holt.
Those are so good.
Yeah. Fitted jeans, black button-up dress shirt, hat, cowboy hat in hand though, as if like ready to. He's like mid-bow, and then he stops. He's like, "God damn, Bella, you answer the door yourself. It is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Billy Wiles, and I brought you." And there is a like room service cart, but it's not. There's no bellhop or anyone with it. It's just this guy who you recognize as Billy Wiles, old Scratch, who is standing outside your hotel room introducing himself to you.
Okay. And I just know him from being famous.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he is top of the charts, has been for weeks, is a phenom
Okay.
in just music everywhere.
Is there alcohol on the cart?
Yeah. There's like a
Okay.
couple fanciful body of booze. No, fancy bottles of booze that would replace some of what's in your wet bar with like upper shelf
Okay.
stuff. There is a silver cloche, is a word I learned recently. The little dome thing. Like, I'm the only one who didn't know that word apparently.
I did not know that. I
Oh,
like it.
really?
I'm
Okay,
just
yeah,
not-
I shared
I'm
it.
just nodding like I do know it, but I don't.
Ah, yeah, I shared a word. Okay. I was excited that the little dome thingy has a name.
I feel like Bella like was expecting a bell up and is just like, I really need a drink right now, and like immediately zooms in on this, and then like when he starts bowing, kind of like looks up. Oh my, hi. Can I? Hi.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Are you really you?
I am me to the best of my knowledge. I wanted to bring you all something. I'm going around to meet all of our fellow contestants. I don't like to think of it as competitors because we're all just here to have a good time and, sing the You Are the World song and all that
Right.
kind of stuff that we've all been looking forward to all year.
Yeah, fellow competitors. Did I know he was one of the
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
is one of the 16, and
Okay,
probably
okay.
in the top 4. Like,
Okay,
As like a timeout, isn't he the one that we think is the one that's supposed to win?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of like cool. Sure. Come on. Could you just hold
I-
on for 1 second?
I don't want to intrude in any
Oh,
way,
no,
of
no,
course.
no.
I mean, I thought, please take this.
No, we'd love for you to come in. I just have to. I want to give everyone a heads up since we're like a group with multiple
I
people.
apologize for just dropping in on you
No,
like this. It is
It's
disrespectful.
No, it's super friendly and very kind and charming. And we always appreciate bringing more alcohol and better alcohol. But just let me warn my friends so that everyone's clothed in the main area, and then we'll come on.
I mean,
Hold
I
on.
have
No,
to admit,
it's fine. Click. That's how you win an argument like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how you do
You'll
that.
be great, and it's rude to leave now. So click.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna run over. Micah. Billy's here. The country western singer is supposed to win. Like that's. Did I say his name right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Billy Wiles.
Wiles, yeah.
Why?
I don't know, but he brought a bunch of alcohol, and I'm sort of a little bit like suspicious, but also he's very friendly and bows.
Yeah, incredibly suspicious. And I think my gut was already like getting something like a long sleeve shirt over her like arm and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm
Incredibly, like-
over
Yeah.
to the other room. Knock, 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 knock. Not banging this time. Knock, knock,
Don't like this stuff.
We
knock, knock, knock,
we're
knock.
done. So
Quickly knocking. Still
did,
knocking.
did something else?
Knocking, knocking.
happen?
So Billy Wilds is here with a bunch of alcohol, and it's very friendly, and he bows, which is I'm still like getting used to that part, and also kind of weird and suspicious. But he seems very friendly, and I'm not getting like gonna kill you vibes yet. I don't know. Do we let him in? I feel like
Do you think this is dangerous?
I think our lives are dangerous. So we might as well let him in and see what he has
How
to
long
say.
is the normal amount of time to be whispering behind a door before he gets weird?
Well,
we're already weird. It's
We'll
fine.
step
I'll let, yeah. Billy, come on in.
So
Sorry, Mike. I had to finish getting dressed. Come on in.
when you open the door, Billy's in the middle of like writing a note on a
yeah,
card
yeah.
Oh.
to leave, and he's like, "No, really, if this is a
No,
bad time,
no,
I
I
don't.
grab the cart and pull and like grab his arm.
I mean, you
Come
can keep
on.
the drinks.
No, it's fine. We're excited to see you. We're totally fans. We're just not used to people being so friendly at competitions.
Yeah.
Oh well, look, I wasn't gonna pass up a chance to meet close to godliness, and
It's,
all y'all are here. Like this is amazing.
it's next to godliness.
Next to godliness. That's I'll correct that in post.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said it right.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he was insulting us by not knowing our band.
No. Next to godliness.
Just Jason, not no.
Yeah, it's just me.
No, that's fine because I'll react differently depending on if he's insulting.
That's a valid question. Yeah, he was.
He
No,
seems genuinely nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like kind of like walking him and have him like sit. There's always like the little like sofa thing with
Sure.
like they're facing each other, the weird coffee table.
Now-
The dog comes out.
yeah, excellent. We all know if you all meet a supernatural being,
Mhm.
you would be able to recognize them. You know, see their supernatural traits, right?
Yeah.
This guy doesn't have horns. He's not purple. He's not. There isn't anything like overtly strange about him, but you can tell there is like he has a presence that is not just human charisma.
Mm-hmm.
So it's worth noting that like there is something about him, and all of you could clock it as like, why do I like him?
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's not mind control or anything, but it's like you see it for what it is right away. He's not like doing a spell or something, but there is like a magnetism.
Mm-hmm. Is it like have we run into this before, or is this something that we've only run into with like other demigods?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think there are lots of to differing degrees of nefariousness, right? Like the sirens have an effect like this,
Yeah.
right? They are less scary and more inviting when they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
know,
there's no
somebody like Fizzlecrank should not be as charismatic as he is,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because he's fucking terrifying and will eat you, literally, right? Like that type of effect is not super unusual in the supernatural world.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say by itself, it's not super unique. It's
Mhm.
not immediately good or bad,
Okay.
and it doesn't seem like it's something he's doing
Okay.
just at a glance.
Okay.
But
there's no like code phrase that demigods use with each other. Like
well, you all might have some phrases that you use. You've been together for a year.
that's true, but like other demigods, there's not. We can't be in contact with them anyway.
There isn't really a community. There are lots of demigods who know each other online. There's
But
a
they're not
message
supposed to
board.
interact, right? Because it can.
Right.
Basically, there's
right.
no like I like your shoelaces moment with them.
No.
Okay.
No, they're
Mm.
not supposed to. Like, you shouldn't be that close to other demigods.
Okay.
Our code should be like us talking about our tours.
Oh, I should say though, in the kind of like,
Yeah.
was it True Blood where vampires like knew right away when they were in the presence of another vampire?
Yeah.
I would say you would get that around a demigod because it starts like there can be that
Like the
The
Highland.
vibration,
thing,
right?
Yeah.
And you're not getting that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think that immediately like that lack of like demigod repulsion or what like vibration makes at least Micah a little bit like in an almost animal instinct way, just like but not in a suspicious way, but more like she's now very interested in whatever's happening, which is almost worse when your toddler gets very quiet.
Oh yeah. I feel like Bella actually relaxes a little.
Okay.
Because she kind of assumed it was going to be another demigod situation, and now that it's okay, well, we don't have to worry about this place turning into a crater just because of all of us being here, so that's good.
Here is the thing, though, is that I think that Teo does not know who this is. Because we've canonically established that he listens to one or two bands ever and not frequently.
I love him so much.
What was his weird band called?
The band that he was in previously?
Yeah.
That's a great name for a band.
Yeah, that Tagnafab.
Yeah, Agatha was his old band.
Yeah.
So he does not know who this is, but he's like, it's great to meet you. Are you also participating?
Yeah, I mean, Teo, right? Can I call you Teo? Oh, sorry. Can I call you Teo?
Sure, most people do.
I mean, I don't mean to make this awkward, but okay, now as your herald, you had said Tagnafab put out a handful of CDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. He pulls out of his back pocket. He's got these blue jeans on that those are pretty fitted. How did he get a whole CD case in there? But pulls out the CD case and it is one of those from. It's not like a copy. It's one of the ones from one of your shows, and he's like, look, it would mean the world to me if you'd sign this.
Teo pulls up his shirt and shows off the Tagnafab tattoo that he's got. Wow, absolutely, I would.
Look,
Always nice.
What y'all were doing was groundbreaking. It was so fucking weird.
If only we did not have to break the ground at their funerals.
Yes, that was a loss, and it is something that the music industry is never gonna have again, and it was a special moment. And
I really appreciate that. Thank you. What was your name, Billy?
My name's Billy Wiles, and you see him kind of side eyeing the other's is he fucking with me? Not in a mean way, but just
Bella does the reassuring, just quirky look that's
He pulled out
nice.
a little pilot black ballpoint pen
Sure.
and flips open the CD case and signs it on the Polaroid that's been blown up
Yeah.
so it's blurry.
Yeah.
And then she close it. Yeah, thank you. It's great to meet you. I look forward to hearing your set.
Oh, well, thank you. That's really kind of you. I mean, really, I don't want to. Like I said, I didn't mean to take over your evening. I just wanted to bring you this, and points at the drinks cart.
Hold on. You listened to Tagnafab?
Is there something?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get
Weird
to a
about
live show, but I came across the CD, and it made it meant something to me. When the band, so many people got hurt last year, and some of these names floated to the surface, and I gotta say, that. Have you heard this CD?
Yes. I think 5 people have heard the CD and they're in this room.
Well, it changed music for me.
Can Anders roll Pierce the Barrel?
This is the most suspicious thing Mike
Yes.
has heard all day.
Micah.
Now,
it
here's the thing.
Changed music for him.
Now, look, I'll tell you straight up, he is not lying. But if you want to roll Pierce the Veil, that's for other stuff.
Yeah.
Right? But I would just tell you
It was
if
a
he
good
was
band.
being shady about it.
Anders doesn't question the fact that he's telling the truth.
Okay.
Literally, it's more of one Micah likes to get under Teo's skin, and also, there's come on, there are 5 people who know about that band, and they're in this room.
Well, they did perform
And
last year.
That's true. They did.
Yeah.
And the
But
Sirens ate the other
CDs
one.
were not mass produced. So having a CD, yes.
Right.
I think there's it did change music for me. It redefined it. I don't know if that was appropriate.
I got Fate's favor because I got a third eye.
Yep.
Nice.
Because Anders thinks this is a little too perfect.
Dad,
Okay. I don't know
bullshit
why.
about-
Holy crap, that was a bad roll.
Even with the Fate's Favor?
Uh-huh.
What'd you get?
A 7 total.
Well, that's pretty bad.
total?
But it's a.
I got a 3, a 2, and a 2, and I got +2 judgment.
So yeah, well that's
I'll spend a thread.
no, I mean a 7's a hit.
Yeah,
you,
it's
you
good.
got the
7's
7
a
to
hit.
9 result.
But if I spend a thread,
You might get an 8.
You probably would,
and it's
but
exactly the same.
you still get 2 questions. It's the difference of 2 questions and 3 questions.
All right,
So-
then I'll take my 2 questions.
Oh, actually, one more question. Would you say I also eased someone's suffering by
When?
reducing the headache?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay.
I thought you meant signing the CD.
No.
Which I would give you I would probably give you a threat for suggesting.
No.
But
Oh no.
I mean, he feels better now,
No,
right? That's the kind of shit I pull in games, Alex.
I like to engage deeply with the rules
Yep.
in gameplay. It's just the thing I like to do.
Excellent.
As long as I'm making puns about them.
Yep.
All right. So, Anders, what questions do you have?
I think I'm going to go, tell me if this is too meta, but he wants to know when was this thing made?
Ooh.
Mm.
Oh.
The CD?
No, he knows that. He has samples.
Oh,
Oh man. Someone has instant
We're
access
buds.
to your sound.
So you want to know when Billy Wiles was made?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Billy Wiles the concept or Billy Wiles the man?
The
It's that
concept.
thing. So
Yeah, I mean, I'll just give you 2 for 1, right? Like,
Mhm.
you get a timeline of he was born on, in 1992. I'm trying to think of what's 30 years ago, and that can't be 1992, but apparently it is.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Off time.
They already know how old we are because we were like, hey, remember when MTV was good?
Yeah.
We gave that away at the
Yep.
first 5 minutes of the show.
So yeah, you get this timeline of Billy Wiles born, blah 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 blah,
Mhm.
and the arc of that, the equivalent of show mom for
Mm-hmm.
variety shows and stuff, and then he got on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Singer,
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Of the voice.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
The vocal. Legally, thematically similar yet legally distinct
Yeah.
from.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, you have a whole set of stuff there where he's covering a lot of country songs, grew up in country western, and then that whole scene didn't totally pan out for him,
Mhm.
and pan out.
Nice.
Sorry.
Mm.
So you have that whole story that you could have Googled, right?
Mhm.
That's fine. You are the Google. Call the Google. You are the Google. But the additional thing that comes to you is that this thing was made almost a year and a day ago,
Mm.
and
Like the popularity came.
I'm not going to specify.
Okay.
This thing was made
Interesting. Okay.
a year and a day ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it was made near here.
Ooh.
Kind of a 3 for 1 on that question.
That was a good question. I could tell when you asked it, by
Mhm.
Jason's face. I'm like, oh, that screwed up a little bit of his plan. I
Not
like
really.
it.
You all have to decide what to do with that information.
For sure.
And then you have one more question?
Yeah. Who is responsible for this person, place, or thing? Thing. Not like his parents.
Yeah.
On a mommy god?
So let's see. The answer to that is complicated. I'm trying to think of how. Let's carry on the scene a little bit
Okay.
with y'all. I'm gonna give you an answer to that, and I'm trying to think of how to answer it because some of that information is protected. And I think you experience the amount of this that is awarded.
Do I feel like some of his past is redacted?
Yeah,
Ooh.
Mm.
recent.
Which is weird for you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yes, absolutely, Billy. It's very nice to meet you. And yes, we are next to Godliness, carrying on the torch, as it were.
Yeah, well, that's. I'm just glad we get to do this year. I was afraid they weren't going to keep it up, and when they called about doing the the song that we're all going to do, and it just seemed like such a sweet idea that I was glad that everyone was going to come out and still have a kind of a fun competition about it, right? That's fun. Everyone likes a little striving and measure the votes. Hey, may the best band win. But
Yes. Yeah, competition is wonderful. So like you're definitely one of the favorites this year. So exciting, like
well, hey, the trades have been kind. What can I say? But I think we all got the same chance as anyone. It's just up to the viewers and the votes, and
yeah, but like what inspired you to do it like this year? Like she's sort of like you all probably know what she's doing, but it seems like very just like casual conversation.
Okay.
There's something I also want to try while you're doing
Yeah,
it.
and
it's
she's definitely
stupid.
stalling, so people who have a better like skill set of seeing truths can do this because she punches things.
I also don't see. Well, here's the thing. I don't see truths all the time. I do know bullshit, and I don't think he's bullshitting.
No.
So here's my question for you.
Have you been watching Poker Face?
No, I haven't.
awesome.
But
Yeah,
I
I'm really
told I
enjoying
need
it.
to.
It has ups and downs, good episodes, bad episodes, but overall the concept is fantastic.
And a barracuda, I've heard.
Yes.
Mhm.
Very
So-
excited about that.
I want.
72, I think.
So this would be closer to Pierce the Veil role because they want to see the truth of something. But I'm gonna argue for it to be Bend Fate. Because I think Mike is trying to figure out if this guy smells like brimstone, like sulfur. And there isn't like a super subtle way to sniff a person.
Here we
You
go with the
could-
tongue again.
Stumble and fall into them.
I think that's kind of what I want to do, but I'm like literally supernaturally sniffing a person.
Here's something else: is that Zappa is wandering in and out, and has
Yeah.
been sniffing around. So you could wait for a moment when Zappa like
Leaves?
leaves, and then step into the bathroom and come back out as a similar black dog.
I think that's not a bad idea, and also very Micah.
If we want to copy Zappa, I'm going to need a roll.
I don't think I want to copy Zappa. I think
Okay.
because Zappa could come back out, I think Mike is going to pretend to be yet another animal in this, this apartment.
Look, Zappa, if you said Zappa, hang out here for 10 minutes, right? Like, Zappa can follow clear directions.
I wish I had outfit of the day because that would be such a weird combination
That
of
would
those
be helpful,
skills.
yeah.
And I roll like shit.
Oh.
Okay,
Here we go.
so hold on. Before you do this, let me answer Eli's question, or Andrew's question, I guess. So there are two factions responsible for this being. And one is media, clearly, and one is related to whatever that brimstone event on the bus was that you don't have like clear touchstone for or name to yet.
Mm-hmm.
But like it'd be real easy to just go like, oh, Christian hell, right? Maybe like.
Feels like the idea of Christian hell.
Yeah, so like if you wanted to assume that, that's not far off. But I'm just telling you, like Anders doesn't know that for a fact. It just wouldn't be the worst guess in the world, but it would be a guess. So
So stupid.
I also want to get a little bit more of Bella's cover talk.
Please.
So Bella, what is this conversation that you're?
So I feel like we don't have to actually role play it out, but Bella at some point was definitely in a country band because she's been in all the bands.
Yeah, nice.
So I think she's able to like kind of talk like casually, like she probably like knows why he
Oh.
left that scene.
And he names like two of them,
Okay.
right? He knows like
Yeah.
the country band you were in, and then there was like right after that this like 6 weeks with a polka outfit.
Yeah.
And he was like curious about that. Not like he didn't love the polka band, but
Yeah.
like,
I mean, who did?
yeah,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was
not enough people.
Yeah. It was a good chance to kind of stretch my guitar skills into accordion.
Sure.
To really make that work.
Yeah.
So, like, they're very similar instruments, and I had a lot of the like arm strength to make it work.
Yeah, well, I mean, it seems like you would. That's great. I mean,
Yeah.
now look, what can I pour for you? Like,
She's gonna kind of like, oh, why does it seem like I would like trying to fish if like he knows more about them?
You're buff as fuck.
Yeah,
True.
I mean,
Don't help him.
no. That's. I mean,
Can't
he.
say that.
I think if you're leaning in, okay. So I'm just gonna put this from the top down, right? Like,
Yeah.
he thinks you're flirting with him,
Okay.
right? And he is gonna like touch your shoulder if that's okay with you, and like. And he is somebody who is checking to make sure that it's okay to touch your shoulder, right? Like, he's not just like handsy.
Mhm.
And so he is like trying to stand next to you and like, what can I pour for you? He is like very engaged in your conversation because he thinks you're flirting with him.
Okay.
What I would like you to do though is roll sway
Mhm.
to maintain this middle ground, because you're not flirting with him, right? Or do you want to flirt with him? You're open to that as a possibility.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
never
feel
mind.
like-
You don't have to roll anything.
Okay. I feel like it starts out as like, oh, just, and then like when she starts clocking those vibes, she's like, hey, that's a good tactic, and he's really kind of cute, and he's a musician. It's
not the worst
and...
outcome.
So how do I do the opposite of provide aid?
What? Anti-wingman?
Yeah.
Definitely a trickster move. And
I know.
Wow.
Man, I should have took a trickster move.
All right. So, Claire, what did you want to roll?
Well, I mean, if we have, I don't know that we have confirmation that it's probably the brimstone situation.
No. You don't have that confirmation.
I know,
Okay.
which sucks, and I'm hoping to get that from this. It's very stupid.
Okay, so what is it? You want to sniff this guy?
Yeah, I think.
You didn't want to go for the lick?
Well, give me a second. So I think
Give
Micah.
Bella a second.
Yeah,
Just
I
enough
think-
drinking.
I think Micah.
What is the excuse me while I sniff this guy?
I think Micah. I was like, I have to run to the bathroom really fast, and like leaves the room, and then like. Bird goes to the boys' room, like shifts back into a dog.
Okay.
I think that amongst us, we always know it's a Micah animal because it looks kind of like Micah. Like if she dyed her hair through the veil,
Sure.
the dog also has a My Little Pony style dyed,
Sure.
like look.
Yeah.
But I think Micah just shifts into a like what's a medium sized like a mutt kind of dog,
Yeah.
and comes
Cockapoo?
A what?
Cockapoo?
and
Right.
comes bounding from the other room, so like veracity,
Sure.
and just does the dog thing and jumps on Billy, and like excited to see you like sniffing and licking face.
Okay.
Sorry, Bella.
It's fine.
So he was starting to set up. He has like an expensive bourbon that he brought with him. Oh, what is it? The like Old Pappy? What's that guy?
Oh,
Sappy Pappy?
something like that. Yeah.
It's
Happy
not that, but
Pappy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
that somebody in chat will correct me and probably is horrified already. It's yelling at their computer monitor. That's fine. I accept your energy. Quick aside. I have a thing on Tuesdays, particularly it's the best on Tuesdays, where when my students are leaving the room, I'll say, okay, have a good weekend. And there's this moment, I see the kindling of
Of hope.
of hope and light and
That's
happiness.
so mean.
And then the moment that it goes out, and I feed on that, and I love it. And they know that I'm going to do it. And it's worse when they know that I've done it.
So mean.
And that is a little insight to me as a person.
Good, perfect.
That
That's why
I'm
you're GM.
I'm like that. So,
Oh my god, yes.
if somebody's screaming at their monitor right now, I'm okay with that.
Yes.
So
Yes,
cute.
perfect. So,
So mean.
let's. I think you need to do a roll about
What do
it.
I roll for this?
Um,
Is this weird?
Now you were going for an essentially mundane scent check.
Well, I would like to see if I can tap into what makes us demigods, right? And get it takes one to know one is like the skill on that lets me.
Oh god,
Ah.
here's the thing though, is that he totally might also be able to see through glamour.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, but if he can, he has seen his weird head,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I forget if anybody else has like weird supernatural
My
stuff.
tattoos
about-
move.
Your tattoos move. I mean, like just his head by itself.
Micah
Right.
literally has a silver tongue.
Right.
Very strange
that's
in
fair.
the.
So if he can see, he's not made any indication.
Cool.
or he can't see it.
Or it's gonna look really weird in like 2 seconds when he's flirting with Bella and Micah just jumps on him.
Yeah. Or maybe that's why he's flirting with me, because I am normal.
Don't look weird.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Your muscles don't constantly ripple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
To be clear, he thinks Bella's flirting with him and is
Okay.
okay with it.
Absolutely.
That's the vibe. I just want to be clear about that. He did not come in here
Like,
swinging
okay,
his dick.
Like, okay or enthusiastic?
What?
Is he okay with it, or is he enthusiastic about it?
Well, he's like, it's like, I hadn't thought about this before. This seems great.
Oh,
you know,
okay,
like,
okay.
yeah,
Engaging
yeah,
and
yeah.
hitting the territory.
Okay.
Listen, he didn't ask for curly fries, but he got them and he's okay with it.
Yeah.
I feel like if he can see, then he's seeing like a bunch of like murder movies across Anders'
Okay,
face.
I should remember to ask you about that.
Yeah.
What are you
Ask about Anders' face.
Yeah.
So is this
Mental
so can I argue that this is a weird role? For so many reasons.
So many reasons.
No, I was going to have you roll metal or judgment.
Oh.
So I have a skill that lets me roll, but it takes one to know one, roll weird instead of judgment to pierce the veil.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah, in this case, that's fine. And we'll make it a pierce the veil.
Okay, cool.
And so also normally for the viewers, in a PBTA game, you wouldn't have multiple people rolling like perception checks until somebody gets it. But in this case, I'm particularly fine with it because there's imperfect information right now. Like you don't know what Anders knows.
Yeah.
And so you haven't had a chance to talk about it, and doing your own recon is totally understandable. So
This is the best way to figure out if he smells like stuff.
yeah.
It's just sniff him.
And I will
Sniff
say,
as a dog.
having stood in conversation proximity, you didn't notice anything in particular.
Yeah.
But let's roll it. Also, I'm not going to allow any aid rolls on this because
Makes sense.
you've not discussed this with anyone, and it's weird.
It is actively weird.
Yeah.
That is a 9.
Okay.
Okay. So you get 2 of the
I-
questions on there. Oh, well, hold on. I'm gonna burn up one of your questions with the information you asked for ahead of time.
Okay.
Okay. So one of your answers is, he doesn't smell like brimstone, but he does, and this is because you were just in this other form.
Mhm.
He smells like feathers. There's like a muskiness. It's not unpleasant, but it's like clean bird smell.
That's confusing and new.
So there's like a feathery quality, like when you crash into him and you're huffing his essence.
All of you guys just see this random dog.
I mean, we know
You
everybody
all know
knows who
it's
the
Micah,
dog
it's
is.
almost
Yeah.
like-
And he like crashes like, oh, now who's this? He is like the person who greets the dog.
Mhm.
So you know.
I love that. Does he ask what the dog's name is?
He asks the dog. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, now who are you?
And there's like a brief moment where Micah's like, I don't speak human right now. And, like,
What other question do you want to ask?
the other question, God, now I just want to know what the bird smell is.
I feel like feel like when he's like, "Oh no, who's this?" I'm gonna be like, "Oh, that's annoying. Such a cute little one. Annoying."
The dog's name is annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's actually Slavic. I know you.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Yeah, I never get the accent right on that.
I do want. I feel the problem is I want to double up on who's responsible, but I think I'm targeting that featheriness.
Yeah. Okay. Is there one of the prompts that you like?
What is responsible? Who is responsible for this thing?
You should ask a different question. Well, only because like there isn't more to give you right now.
Okay.
So
Because we're in redacted.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
want to know.
like some of it is warded information, and you can't just get it off of a basic.
That's fine.
And I'll give you for free that he's warded.
Yeah, I want to know who set the ward.
Well, that's
Also redacted.
like the essence of putting a ward in
Yeah.
to hopefully not be identified. So
Fine. When was this ward placed?
a year and a day ago.
Bullshit. Okay.
No, that's correct.
That's correct. No, that's correct.
Yeah. No, I don't lie to player questions.
That did.
And yeah,
Sorry, no, go.
I think unable to like get anything more. I like Micah does like spend way too much time like figuring him out, and then it's like, fuck, I'm out of ideas. And I think she actually looks at Teo and kind of gives a dog shrug. She forgets she's a dog.
Okay.
Just like,
And he looks at Teo. He's like, "Oh yeah, I heard you got a number of pets, right? Like,
That's
don't you
true.
have a bird? You're famous for this bird,
Yes, he sits on my shoulder while I'm performing.
right? Is
He
he?
likes the drums. Yeah.
He's a real bird, right?
Yes, he's not fake.
There's
he's
a
real.
lot of debate about this online. I don't
There's
know if
one
you've seen
forum post about it,
Look.
and I've read the thread
All
because
right.
it was funny.
So, does he travel with you? Is he here now?
Yes, but he's in timeout.
Oh, I see. Well, all right. Well, yeah, that happens, I guess.
Sorry.
Uh,
And also, Karen treatment of traveling with a large birds like that. They don't always like strangers so much. They don't even always like their friends.
Mm.
Don't listen very well. But some other time, I'm sure you will see him during our set. Absolutely.
Okay. Cool.
Anders is gonna use all the data he can find on. Can I do that? Just as like a demigod kind of thing, just about his catalog.
Yeah. I mean, if it's Googleable, I think you could just do that in your head, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
oh my god, Mike hasn't been in the bathroom for a really long time.
Yeah, it's that level of like, oh no, they're gonna think I'm pooping.
Mm-hmm.
Mike is like, how do I leave now? How do I exit the situation?
So Billy, I mean, we've been talking a lot about ourselves, and Teo still doesn't know anything about you. Like, what are your?
What do you mean?
What is your? I'm my brain farting right now.
No, that's fine. We'll edit it in.
Basically, like, what are your interests, and what do you? What is like your muse?
Oh well, gosh, that's so kind of you to ask. And he has a he goes into like, I've answered this question so many times. It just like, not that he's not outwardly annoyed, but he goes into this like, I've been on so many talk shows and so many interviews, and like he has answers for those questions, and he just kind of rattles it off of like, he's inspired by America, and what its potential is, and wanting to separate from the toxic elements of America and what America should be, and and he like talks about wanting to defend underrepresented people, and it's like good left-wing talking points. That's my bias. Sorry, there it is. But he
Does he use like religious overtones in his music?
no, he hasn't.
Mm.
He's like plenty of love songs about people's struggle, work. Like they're essentially country music songs.
Yeah.
Even though he's transitioned into this like bluegrass steel guitar, they're the same kinds of songs but they're he's gotten a lot of credit for his lyrics being a little more poetic than most. For what
Is
Can I add something real quick?
yeah.
Okay, so I think you know Bella really well.
mm-hmm.
I think when like he's first like, oh, I'm inspired by America, there's like the like leaning back. Like I feel like that almost was like a calculated, like you've seen, like you on your data stream, like saw all the interviews where he gave this prepped answer,
Yeah, funny.
and we're like, oh, this is great.
That's
Oh, because you're trying to mess up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that's unintended because he's basically
Sure.
thinking like, because the brimstone thing is in his head, right? So he's like, well, maybe he's like, oh, I really like so and so and blah blah blah, right? And he's
Yeah.
like, oh, well, tell me about how you got there.
Yeah.
Like, what was your upbringing like, or something, so he could try to get him to like divulge what Anders is trying to convey to everybody else in the room.
I think Micah will use the conversation to like try to dog casually leave the room again.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, dogs get distracted and leave.
Yeah, I
and,
think she does the like, huh? And like walks out so that she can
Sure.
fly out the window. And, like,
There's an indignant squawk when Teo's complaining about Zrock, and then the dog's like, oh, I gotta go investigate.
gotta go do that. So that she can come back as a person and like
Yep.
definitely like you hear the toilet flush.
Yep. You don't want to forget that detail.
No.
Oh.
Listen, it's been a long bus ride, so we're all a little stuffed up.
Yep.
So yeah, he said, "Oh, great, you're back." So, well, look, and he's like continuing to tell you about his musical influences and whatnot, and he's like setting up the drinks now that everyone's back, and he's pouring shots, and look, I'm gonna leave this with y'all. I wanted to share a drink with you,
Very
and
nice.
welcome you to the competition. I'm just real excited to be doing this with you.
Did you do the competition last year?
I was supposed to, yeah, but I didn't get to go on because it ended.
Oh wow.
Oh, that makes sense. I feel like I would have remembered your music.
Well, that's kind of you to say. I unfortunately didn't get my shot, but that's neither here nor there. Considering what all happened, it's not really the tragedy of the story.
That would have been like a
Yes.
year and a day ago, right?
I mean, is it to the day? I hadn't really.
I mean, annual competition.
Yeah,
That sort of
I
thing.
guess that's kind of a weird way to say it, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind
Bella
a
kind of
weird
like
way
kind
to
of like
say.
you can see she kind of is clocking. There's something happening because she like all this investigation you all are doing. Like she's not in like involved in any of it.
Oh no, we're vibing actually.
Yeah.
yeah. Can I say he takes your phone out of your back pocket?
Sure.
Okay. And as he's like pouring the drinks and like, holding it up for everyone, then he just like casually types his number in
Okay.
and puts it back in your back pocket if that's okay.
Smooth.
That's a pretty smooth move.
I'm like, all right.
That impresses Bella enough. She's like, okay, I can get over that bad answer.
That's so cool that you've really skyrocketed over the last year.
I've had a lot of fortune. I won't lie. It's luck's been with me on that one, and I will take it as far as I can go. It's the American dream, isn't it?
Right? I have heard we make our own luck.
That's my understanding of it.
Teo turns to the side to Mike and goes, "Is this one of the ones you were trying to show me?"
No, this would not be something you're into.
Well, I don't mean to look. I should get out of y'all's hair, but I hope we'll get a chance to see each other later.
Yeah.
Good luck this weekend.
It was very nice to meet you.
Oh gosh darn it. We could look up where he's from. Never mind. It's fine.
We should make a deal right here. So if you win or if we win, like we'll do like a duet together. We'll do some sort of like collaboration.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think we should do that anyway. That sounds like a blast.
That would be so much fun.
I don't necessarily know if our vibes would match.
No, I like this idea.
Yeah, we can make it work.
You like a good game, right?
Yes, I do love a game.
Bill, I need you to roll
Same.
judgment by
Okay.
itself. Just a custom judgment roll.
10.
Okay. When you say if you win or we win, there's a flicker. And his like
Okay.
pupils dilate for a moment
Okay.
that nobody would have picked up on, except you were looking right at him and you knew exactly what you were saying. I
And
don't know
I'm just as competitive as like, oh,
yeah.
okay.
There's a like I'll go so far as to say he thinks he's going to win.
Mhm.
I won't say he knows he's going to win because you didn't read his mind.
Mhm.
But the level of assuredness
Yeah.
is high.
I feel like even with a zero judgment, like this is my specialty.
Yeah.
Like looking in the eyes of my my competition and
Sure.
like reading every bit. So
Yeah.
This is my thing.
Yeah.
Like when you did long jump with Jenny, what's her name in high school, and she
Yeah.
thought she was gonna win it all.
Man.
There's a broad smile on Teo's face,
Mhm.
and he's like, "Actually, we love a wager here next to Godliness. So yeah, let's wager. Let's say if you win,
Mhm.
you get to have us on, and we'll be your opening act. But if we win, you will be our opening act."
Oh, that's fun. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'd love to do a show with y'all anyway, and I wouldn't mind opening for you. So, yeah. Why
It's a
don't?
deal.
Yeah, it's a. Should we shake on it?
Yes, let's shake on it.
All right. He shakes your hand.
Anders is giving Mike a side eye because it's like, hey, I backed your play, and you're not backing my play.
Okay, he's
Playing the long
magically
game.
held to that.
Yep.
Long game.
For the record here, for the viewers, our Reaper has engaged a magical bond.
Mhm.
Yes, I have best of 7. I can challenge anyone to a contest of skill. The can't rely entirely on luck. I set the terms, and if they agree, you will both be held for the contest.
Mhm.
I need you to roll prowess, though.
I was gonna say, I don't speak legal, but I feel like Ken will enter into a contract having entered into a separate contract on the same merit.
It's not a separate contract.
You said prowess?
Yeah.
It's a 9.
Okay. So it's not gonna matter. You take the equivalent of 1 harm and go away at the end of the scene.
Okay.
But the amount of effort, like you made deals like this 100 times, right?
Yeah.
And as you were putting this deal through, you were like you had to put some extra effort into landing the spell of it, right? Like, as you went to shake his hand, it didn't seem like he was doing anything, but to actually create this
Contract.
agreement, there was it was like swimming upstream, right?
Okay.
There was some pushback, but you said it. It's fine.
All right. Well, yes. In that case, we will see you later. Then I think we have some.
Well, the drinks aren't gonna drink themselves. And I get grabs one.
Yep. Yeah, and so he toasts
Yeah.
with you, does the shot, and is gonna head out.
Okay.
All right, y'all have a
Yeah.
good night.
Good night.
Good night. She does kind of like the little overly friendly, like walks him to the door,
Sure,
kind
yep.
of like waves as he goes out. Okay, bye.
Yep.
Bye. Click.
And then Anders is in the background, just it's sulk time. Like,
Okay, we're playing the long game here. Because I think that you're upset that we let him go or something, and I'm like, long game.
Bella's like, the game doesn't have to be that long.
I just think now.
I mean,
Perfectly
perfectly.
prime.
So, how famous is he?
I think Micah pulls out her
Very,
phone and, like,
very famous.
Very
Very famous.
Anders starts splurting out like like
Like
streams,
yep.
like streams, like
Yeah.
how many streams he has. Like, oh,
Yeah. What's
on
like
Streamify.
in real life? What's like one layer down from like Beyonce?
Oh, jeez.
Like as far as name recognition, like that's kind of where he is.
Oh wow.
Or like
He's not a Beyonce. or,
he's not Metallica, but he's like
He's not.
Megadeth.
He's
Yeah.
as famous as a person who is really, really big in the former country music scene.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which is very famous.
And has taken the rock scene by storm as a solo artist.
Yeah.
And you know.
I think.
You
Teo-
probably never heard of him.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't. But that's fine. He seemed very nice. But I do think I'm going to retire. I'm feeling. There's a lot of tension happening. I want to go lie down.
I tried to read him and I couldn't.
Yeah.
You couldn't read him.
If you're okay with this,
Yeah.
There's a remnant that you shook with your right hand.
Yeah.
There is like, you can just see the veins in your forearm are like glowing. The ones that are red are kind of red. The ones that are blue are kind of blue. It's just like they're actually giving off light, and it's like that one point of harm is the like muscle fatigue in that arm.
I'm feeling tired. I'm gonna go lie down. But that's kind of interesting. I mean, he definitely seemed, protected or enchanted or of some of our ilk. So maybe it was just
I don't
that.
like locks that we can't open. That's like, why would you put a lock there in the first place? You didn't want it to be open,
Sometimes
right?
people put locks places to protect things.
When something is
That
too
seems incorrect.
when something is swaying mortals in this way, I feel like it has to do with either science or media.
I mean, he knew about Taylor's band, so obviously.
Why is that
supernatural.
so surprising? Over his
That's so
shoulder.
rude.
Over his shoulder, and then he shuts the door.
Yeah.
I mean, he seemed totally friendly and kind, and I mean, you said that you.
Like, too friendly.
Like wolves in sheep's clothing.
I mean, we could undress him and see if it's real.
It's only one way to know for sure.
Only one way to know for sure. Let's check.
Nuke the clothes from orbit.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't smell terrible. Like,
I was wondering what you were
Actually-
doing.
He smelled of sulfur,
yeah. Like the portal to hell I opened, apparently.
like the portal of hell she opened.
Oh. She looks like a little aghast and a little turned off at that. Like, oh, well.
I feel like that would be the opposite reaction.
And I believe through my looking that he started a year and a day ago,
he started.
He
Or,
got big.
yeah.
Oh, well,
What?
yeah, from the competition.
I'm having a lot of like Clara, so like out of character. The Clara part of
Clara
me.
just did a LARP move
Yeah,
into the
we-
camera, by the way, if you're just listening.
The Clara part of me is like a year and a day is a really common like contracty thing for supernatural
Mhm.
stuff, and I don't know that Micah would have that knowledge.
Well, I think it's relatively common demigod knowledge.
Okay,
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
case, yeah.
That's
Like-
not everything is a year and a day, but like a lot of like Western traditions are like that. So
Yeah.
Specifically, a trickster would probably know that.
I think again Micah has to know where the limitations are when she's crossing, like you don't accidentally break a rule. I think she's like, that's like, a year and a day is awfully awful suspicious, right?
I agree.
Wait, like you're in a day that he's been making me. I mean, he made.
But he's
He skyrocketed
Okay.
with some extra help.
Well,
We're demigod besties. That's already weird,
for
and
sure.
that has to be a similar level of weirdness.
And then Anders starts spouting out how many streams we have, and it's like nowhere near.
Yeah. Thanks for that reminder.
I think that this is the perfect opportunity for espionage.
Yeah, I agree.
if only you had some way into his room.
Yeah.
Oh.
If only there was someone he was super interested in who like had contact with him.
Bella's already like straightening up her hair and like.
I don't think any
The
one
mirror
of
by
us
the
should
door.
go- I don't think any one of us should go alone.
I mean, if someone's into it,
I don't know that.
Did you take polyamory?
I did.
Yes.
I don't know how you're gonna broach that subject with him. Oh!
Bella's like looking at you like, wait, have you never had that conversation before?
Which one?
How you broach about
No,
polyamory?
that one. No,
Oh.
yeah, that one's easy. With
Oh.
Andrew?
Okay.
Wait, what was your plan?
He looks. I don't have a plan yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I have several.
Of course you do. And he walks into his room.
Okay.
My plan is always turn into an animal.
Teo's raiding on the bed with his hands like this.
And
you
Ender
can
said
see.
she's probably going to turn into an animal.
Who knew?
I heard that.
I did not guess that was going to happen.
I heard that. I guess to Bella, because I'm not
Yeah,
following
we're-
you guys in your room. Okay, before you get real cheeked up about this, we find it suspicious, right? So obviously he's up to no good, because we wouldn't find it suspicious if he wasn't up to no good, and it definitely has nothing to do with the fact that we are demigods who want to win a competition, and we are supernaturally predisposed to winning competitions.
I mean, talented at winning competitions, I think, is a very important distinction in that conversation.
No, absolutely. I mean, we wouldn't be doing anything like this to sabotage him as well. That would be insane.
I mean, if he's just really tired tomorrow
Yeah, no.
through his own choices, I feel like that's not my fault.
Yeah, that is not your fault. You
Enjoyed myself.
exactly. And I have full faith in your ability to enjoy yourself thoroughly.
Good choice. But
Multiple times maybe.
would hope so. But I mean, I'm not so suspicious of him.
Absolutely.
He seems so nice. I mean, but I am a little bit suspicious because there is something going on. But I mean, we know how all the gods of all the things are. Like, he could be being meddled with and not even know. He could be totally innocent.
No one's totally innocent.
Well, I hope he's not totally innocent. I mean,
I Okay, so theoretically, and again, you can smell Micah's brain moving,
Yeah.
which is, again, when you hear cars moving.
Yeah.
let's say theoretically that he's actually innocent, and then this is all just super sweet, and he just is that talented. Why would media choose him to win?
Well, maybe they just hate us that much.
Why do they hate us? No one should hate us.
I agree. But, I mean, who knows? I tried, for a long time. When I first kind of figured out the whole demigods thing and my moms were explaining it to me, I tried to, figure it out. And, why... I mean, the Greek pantheon.
Yeah.
Really, there's a lot of why there.
Mm-hmm.
So I really spent a lot of time thinking about it. And I finally figured out that there is no why they do that. They get bored, they do things.
Okay.
So I would assume that media and the new pantheons are sort of the same. They get bored and they start hating people and they start wanting to procreate with other people and it's just a big mess.
So kind of they just hate us because they hate us.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
I mean, maybe not. Who knows?
I mean, that sounds like sound logic to me.
Yeah.
Hear the mouse wheel again.
Mm.
Sounds like sound logic to me.
Yeah.
Nope. I see nothing wrong with this plan.
It might be just competition. They might just be the newer pantheons media are really coming into their own more than they ever have before. They're really kind of surpassing a lot of the older pantheons. Maybe it's just their power move. They're trying to take out some of the older ones.
That seems unfair. Well, all right. So, are you gonna go over there?
I mean, Anders did have a good point about going alone. Even if he's completely innocent, the pantheon might, and I excuse the term, try and fuck with someone.
I mean,
It's funny because she wants to have sex with him.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
I
It's
guess
funnier
if
when you
needed-
explain it, Jason.
Yeah, I
Thanks.
know.
Yeah.
I guess if you needed a wing woman.
I mean, I don't need one. Suddenly she gets very competitive.
No, you don't
Actually, I could do
need-
this on my own just fine.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm fine
You
with
don't need a wing
that.
woman.
No.
I just think that someone should be able to look out for you and be 6 feet away so I don't have to watch.
More than 6 feet, honey.
No,
But-
not 6 feet.
Yeah, but maybe we should go do just a lap of that floor first, just to see
yeah,
if there's any
recon,
weirdness.
recon.
Yeah,
Yes.
before we go knock on the door, and we should I don't know, we should make sure that Teo and Anders are okay, and maybe they should, because I'm great with finding physical enemies, but I feel this is a much more subtle thing, and I'm not so great with the subtlety media has.
Well, I don't think you need to be subtle.
Well, no.
I need to interject.
Uh-huh.
So, the room, the suite, right? You enter from this side,
Mhm.
Yes.
right? Then the doors to the rooms are off to left and right.
Mhm.
And then there's these great big windows that look out over the pool
Yeah.
area, right? And those windows rattle as if a 2-second hurricane just went through.
Yeah.
They don't break, but it
Mhm.
seems like they should have. What do you want to do?
That definitely gets my attention.
Yeah.
I feel like Bella has the thing where when loud noises happen, she immediately kind of jumps into a fighting stance.
Yep.
Ready, yeah, and just weird objects appear in her hands.
This is how it ends up behind you.
Yeah.
Anders has his defeated look and looks over to Teo and goes, "Did Bella leave already?"
So you two probably can't see the front window
No.
from.
Did it rattle our windows as well?
Yeah, in a that they were close.
That
sense.
was Eli's joke
Yeah,
about
good.
rattling the windows from where.
Oh.
yeah.
yeah, it was good. It was good. I loved it.
That's a really good joke.
Oh, thank you, chat. Yes, it's Bella's turn to lick someone.
Yeah.
Teo goes, no, I can still hear them out there.
We are not quiet.
No.
So you turn to look at the windows, I assume.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. And Bella, right away you recognize Hermes, who is not supposed to visit much.
Yeah.
And is not in a toga, right? Is in nice suit or whatever. But he does his the wings on his feet are out. Also, you're 6 floors up, and he's just standing outside your window on nothing. And waves is doing the gesture of mind if I come in sort of thing.
Yeah. She does the like, come on in, and you can kind of see
All right.
like the dejected on her face, like, yeah,
So-
cockblocker.
You're not gonna live.
Nah, I'm not.
So he steps through, and the window and wall and everything just gets out of his way.
Yeah.
Just flows out of the way, and then he steps in and sort of gently sits on the carpet, and the window and everything goes flows back into place behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And he has like 4 little boxes with him, and he says, "Okay, let's see, Bella, this one is yours."
Thanks.
And he doesn't hesitate on the names. Micah, this one is yours, and it has like the return address is in like, let's say Chinese,
Yeah.
and and then he has 2 more. He's like, where are your boys?
I can take it for them.
No, you can't actually.
Oh, fine. Teo, Anders,
Knock, knock, knock.
there are presents. Santa's here.
Man, I should have had him be like a what's that? All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just like that guy as the
on it's Matt
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey as Hermes.
Teo picks up Zappa and then pushes the door open.
Sure. And you probably recognize who this deity is, right? He says, I think that says Theo.
Markovich, Teo.
Yeah, okay. He hands it off, and it's like in Russian,
Yep.
you know. And then he
Yeah.
hands a package for you as well.
Yeah.
And says, "All right, well, good luck tomorrow. I will be going."
Hey.
You allowed to do
What?
So I feel like I don't remember. Hermes is like a cousin, maybe.
Technically,
Uncle?
cousin.
and I think
something?
more like uncle level,
Okay.
probably.
So Uncle Hermes, so we have a question. Someone's messing around here who's not at our level,
Well,
who's
yeah,
at your
I mean,
level.
no one's at my level.
Well, no,
come
no, it's
on.
at your level. I'm sorry.
Also, like out of character, Hermes is like a shitty low level god that
Yeah.
like nobody cares about. I mean, in his pantheon,
Fair enough.
no one would give him a rank of like you're king shit, right? He's
Yeah.
king shit of nothing.
Mhm.
So I think as a figure in myth and fiction is an interesting figure personally, but
Yeah.
He's a messenger for everyone else.
right. And
Gotcha.
But
but
he
na-
knows what everyone's shit is.
Yeah.
too.
yeah, but in answer to your suggestion, he's like, "Come on, I'm king shit over here."
Of course, absolutely. But just like, could you give us any? Because you know so much, and you're so like you just know everything,
Yeah, that's working.
and and you're just with your wisdom and your knowledge of just all the things that are happening on Earth, just like so much more in tune with everything than everyone else in the pantheon.
You're right. Yeah.
Like, could you just like, do you have any insight or wisdom you could share with us about that?
All right. Now you know I'm not supposed to.
Oh, yeah.
That's why.
All right. So what is it you're asking him exactly?
Like, any like.
We want a hint.
Like the vibes, or like, does he know what the thing is? I haven't been told about any of the feather stuff. I just know something's off.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, we probably should let you know that he smells like feathers.
So he says, all right, well, look, I can tell you who's going down in the first 8 rounds. It's not y'all, of course. I mean, sorry, spoiler if that was an issue, but look, the first 8, here's the order, and he kind of just like jots it down on a napkin. But the napkin is like turning into a scroll as he's writing. And also the floor around him is turning to marble. Like
oh, that's why
under
he can't
his
get
feet.
out here.
Yeah.
And so he's filling this out and like stretches it so it's a bigger scroll and just has this feather that he pulled out of somewhere to write with. And just sketches out like, okay, now look, these are the bets to place. You didn't hear it from me. You know, I'm looking out for you. Also, I probably shouldn't know this, but he just puts like Bella gets laid and like doesn't say it out loud, but like
Yeah.
wink and then like hands the scroll over. Yeah, he just says nice. All right.
Yeah.
I feel like I put my fist out for a fist bump.
Oh, yeah.
Because like, I get you.
Thank you, fleet-footed.
Yeah. Oh, look, this is easy for me. I like doing this. I like to see y'all. One, to wish you luck. I gotta get going,
Mhm.
but you'll have fun. And he
Yeah, thanks.
turns around, and in the process of turning, like just vanishes.
Okay.
Zappa rips open the packaging.
All right. Now I need you all to confirm for me what your divine parent would have sent from your gift list. You are unlocking a new gift.
Yay! Present!
And you tell me what's in the box. It's fine if it's bigger than the 6x6x6 that it came in.
Oh no.
Gift not move, by the way, just to be clear.
Mhm.
I feel like mine is an epic shield.
Okay.
Probably useful.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm gonna do epic armor
Okay.
because that'll be cooler looking.
Oh yeah, actually I was gonna suggest that for you, and I think it's a like you pull out this like full ass toga and you're like, awkward. But it is armor that will look like whatever garment you want it to look like.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
So-
that for sure. And I feel like her moms are super stressed out after like the werewolf thing. Like Nike is like, what? What?
Yeah.
Oh, one werewolf got to her. Oh, she's never gonna win with like that. Like immediately like stage mom. Like, here's the thing, you need to fix this problem.
Right. Is there a note?
It says that.
We're so proud of you, but
Yeah.
Oh god.
And I feel like there's a let me see, like a embroidery or something is like or a button or something that's like a wolf shaped
Oh.
as just like
remember.
a reminder of this is why you need to wear this all the time. And so no matter what it turns into, there's like some sort of little icon that like still is that shape.
Sure. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it's the supernatural equivalent, like wear a sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anders?
I took divine presence.
Okay.
I think basically algorithm took off the parental controls.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And safe search is a thing of the past.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So divine presence typically is that not necessarily charismatic, but like commanding a room, right? Like you can get people's attention. You can also deny people's attention if you want to. It's up to you.
I also think that kind of goes with the ascendance move too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so
It's
too.
more weird than it is good.
Yeah, and like you could make people like pay attention to you.
Yeah.
They just might not be happy that they did.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Micah.
I'm trying to choose between two. So the question is, do I take epic weapon or epic armor?
Mm.
Ooh.
Oh, I mean, the Monkey King's gonna give you a big stick.
I feel like because the argument against epic weapon is that it would buff my non harmless animal form now. I'm building Beast Boy.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
And-
I
and
think
Monkey King would be proud.
I think hilarious, like in that joke way when you open the little
Like a full ass
bottle.
quarterstaff in there, just
And there's this
6
moment.
feet long.
Yeah, and there's this moment of like, and again, a toddler gets a thing they should not have.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
the like
Let me try and imagine that for a minute. Wait.
Mm,
Okay, I got it.
yeah.
the destructive power
Kimmy's
in
PTSD.
like the destructive power of a trickster holding the iron staff. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, and you realize there's a way, like, if you turn it a little
Yeah,
bit,
it
it'll, like,
shrinks.
shrink down a little bit.
I think
and-
actually as she turns it, it starts to take the form of the neck of a bass.
Oh,
Ah.
cool.
Mm.
So it's
Also,
also a guitar.
Electric
Yeah.
basses are heavy.
Monkey King played
Okay.
drums, right? Wasn't he, like, a musician of some kind?
I think that he was like a musical. I don't know that it was
Oh,
drums
yeah,
specifically.
yeah. Okay. He did something. Anyway.
He did a lot of shit.
Teo?
Zappa rips into the packaging and it just sprays snow, and
Yeah.
then like continues to rip it open, and just snowflakes fill the room, settling down on Teo, and his skin just sort of like hardens. He's kind of a pale guy, but like icy cold. And I'm gonna take epic armor.
Awesome. I heard the cold never bothered him anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
But it's less armor and more like things just like chip off of him.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can still
Oh.
take the snowflake off because there's
Uh-huh.
one tiny little crystal snowflake all the way at the bottom of the package.
And that's what you, like, wear as a brooch or
Yeah,
something. And
exactly.
yeah, I love that.
Cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Literally, it's very cool.
Yeah.
Because gifts are technically a thing that could be stolen or shut
Mm-hmm.
off or whatever, what is the item that represents your divine presence?
Mm.
That is a good question.
You can think about it if you want, but it has to be like something you could hold in your hands. Not pure metaphor. You're not a god yet.
Yet.
I think he carries a tablet.
Oh.
Ah,
Oh, like an
Like
iPad
iPad?
type of tablet. Yeah. Okay.
like a whole ass
Like a whole ass.
tablet.
Yep.
Or if you want to be smaller, it could be like a smartwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, smartwatch, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Just so it shouldn't be inconvenient either
Mhm.
to have it around. So, cool. That's good.
That reminds me that I should say that Teo probably has a small ring that has a book icon on it,
Ah.
so you can take the Book of the Dead off
Sure.
of his hands.
Sure. I mean, the tattoo was fine too. It's just it can be shut off, and that's how, right?
Yeah.
Somebody can like dispel your hands or whatever, and
Yeah.
or steal your hands.
Cool. Then yes,
Oh, jeez.
I'm into that. Someone wants to chop off Teo's hands and use them as a weird.
Yeah, I didn't
artifact.
see body
I
horror
love
on our
it.
lines and veils, so
No,
I
like,
love
I-
the body
body
horror.
horror.
I discovered that I can get very gross and scary very quickly, and I didn't know that about myself.
That's
So-
good.
I'm a big body horror kind of guy. I love
We,
it.
Yeah.
we did some Halloween show or something. I forget what we were doing. I was like, oh, I can do horror.
Yeah.
I just don't like ghosts.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Okay, so anything we should wrap up before we go tonight? Do you want to describe how the scene goes? Not in detail, but
Let's leave it for next time. So she leaves, like
Okay.
all kind of. Well, we were gonna do like maybe we can pick up next time with us doing the recon lap around.
I mean, unless we saw anything.
I mean, yeah. Would we
specific.
find anything?
on your recon lap,
Yeah.
well, you do a lap around his floor. He's one floor up from you. It's only 7 floors, so
Yeah.
you're on 6. He's on 7.
Okay.
And he has this like penthouse suite all to himself. What?
That like makes her competitive. Like, why did they give him that suite? Like, we have more people in our group.
He's sold more records than you have in the last year.
I think at some point, once you're ready to go, I think Micah, as a monkey, climbs up the side
Hmm.
to get to his balcony, and then
Capuchin, very native to
like,
California.
the native to California Capuchin.
I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of musicians here. They're all weird.
Yeah, they're all weird.
Yeah.
And like at some point when you go in, it's going to wait patiently for you to open the door somehow while he's getting ready, so I can get into the room.
But
It's that or
what do
a
you-
rat going do do
I-
do do
I-
do.
I just want to know what you open the conversation with. Is it like you up, or
Well, I think once she does
meet
like
me
a,
in the
a
bar?
lap
like-
of the floor, like looking for like attacks or like any sort of like ambushes. I think it's gonna be super subtle. Like, she would probably
I need
be
to
cool
figure out
enough
who
to
these
like
top 4 bands. Are.
yeah, go down to the bar first and be like, hey, I'm getting a drink in the bar. Would you like to join me? And it's sort of like a little bit of a long, like a little bit chiller,
Yeah.
not just like, hey, you up, wink, wink. No,
Yeah.
that's not the
How many eggplants?
eggplant emoji.
Yeah.
Eggplant splash.
Yeah, no. She's a little more subtle directly with him, not with them.
Yeah.
So I think that also gives a little bit of an opening for Micah to get into the room if she wanted to.
Oh no, that's even better than how I was planning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think we've let them know the plan if they couldn't figure it out.
Practical,
already.
tactical brilliance.
Okay. Sorry. So one thing on your recon of the there are 4 penthouses up there for
Mm-hmm.
the 4 top bands.
Mhm.
Then there's like 6 or 8 more of you all through the rest of and then the other resort has the bottom 8
Mhm.
of
Aw.
not as nice a resort. It's closer to the freeway.
Yeah.
But the on the penthouse floor, one of the doors, I would say the opposite one from the other corner, does have a ward on the door, but it looks like a pretty standard witchy
Mm.
whoever's in there is either a witch or they know something about witchcraft, and it's not ominous. This is also not the first time you've seen somebody just ward their door because they know how to do it and it's a normal thing to do.
Mhm.
So either there's some sort of supernatural creature or a solo demigod or something.
Mhm.
Actually, those are the only 2 options.
Yeah.
No, actually, there is the odd human being who knows something about magic. They just don't know all the gods are real.
It
Mhm.
could have been the parent of a demigod.
Oh yeah, mortal parent. Yes, that happens pretty often.
Mhm.
That they'll learn some basic magic, witchcraft, etc. I don't mean to make light of actual like Wiccan beliefs, but like sort of hedge witch kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So there is one ward like that.
Okay.
But it does not. It's not like even the kind that is watching the hallway. It's just to like tell me if someone opens the door kind of ward.
All right. I'm gonna like clock that, but not necessarily do anything about it. And then if everything seems cool and chill, I'll go back down to the bar and like do the sly text to have him come join me.
Yeah.
The game is afoot. And I think, do you want to send the burb with me?
Uh,
I think we require some amount of reconciliation
I don't
before
think
that.
I don't think we're there yet. But Zrock does, because the hawk was out. I don't think that Zrock is gonna scout. But Zappa definitely is watching our door. Like we've got a guard dog.
Oh yeah, Zorak also has told you the story of how he defeated a hawk in solo combat.
Oh my god!
Oh wow.
Like he like draws it and like dances it out
Oh,
for
he
you.
he can
Yeah,
give
yeah,
the vibes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like gives you this whole story of how he like evaded a hawk and he was just trying to help and he's sorry.
I
get
kicked
that
your
you're very
stupid
brave.
hawk's ass and you're not gonna help me?
So no animal help, but I do think just quickly that Teo has a bit of an idea and is like, do you think you can emulate Doom on your face?
The game?
The video game.
Will it run Doom?
Can you run Doom?
He thinks for a moment. Yes.
Okay, Teo takes the bathroom mirror off, like the cheap hotel mirror off, and puts it on the bed. And then because he's covered in all these games, he can like do contests. He pulls off 2 controllers and passes one to you, so you can see your face in the mirror.
Oh,
and then we sit there and play
perfect.
Doom on
Yes.
your head.
Okay, that's really fun.
You just have to play in reverse. You turn the controller upside down and it works
Yeah.
fine.
It's inverted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I had a friend who used to play with the controller upside down.
Yeah?
So, yeah, it was the only way he could.
Anyway.
Like he got used to it as like a joke, and then
That's so
got used to it.
I just want that bro scene happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that
That's awesome.
moment.
Yeah.
I think I was gonna be like, "Hey, we need your help," but I think there's no there's no group of words that Micah can figure out how to put together to make things okay.
Yeah.
So instead, she does the best things that she can think of, which is, "We're doing a thing. See you later. Bye."
And then we get the download a little bit from Bella.
Mhm.
Now, I will add too, there was some downtime between when he left to when it would be appropriate to let him know you're going down to the bar and you two are playing games and stuff. So there's a little thing we could fill in there as well. But I want to do a quick end of session move.
Yeah.
Because you actually have had a chance to catch your breath. Nothing attacked you today.
Crazy.
I mean, Zorak went through some shit, but
Yeah.
like,
He's good. He's vibing.
Yeah.
Saved your bird's life.
actually, Zorak,
I mean, Micah got attacked by hell.
yeah.
and
Micah stuck her finger in it. Like,
everything's fine. Holds up black.
so with end of session, you can tighten a tangle, you can loosen a tangle, tighten a tangle, resolve a tangle, or recover a permanent reduction in harm, max harm. So if you want.
Now, what does that do? Like, if you tighten a tangle, what does that mean?
So if a tangle is tightened, it's now worth +2 in a provide aid.
Oh, okay.
And if it's resolved, you erase it. It's no longer a tangle as far as provide aid, but you both take an advancement.
Got it.
So you can resolve it if it, not because you're mad about it or the opposite is true. You resolve it because it's just no longer important, right? You tighten it because it has become heightened and a focus of your relationship with that person. So you can only tighten one, but if one of your tangles seems like it's come to the forefront, you can tighten it. If another one feels like it's run its course, we don't need to worry about it anymore, you can mark it resolved, or you can recover max harm reduction.
I think.
Oh, please.
Well, mine's with you. So
Yeah.
I feel like I have a friendly rivalry with Teo, always trying to one up each other. I feel like mine's tightened because I feel kind of like I won the attention contest for.
Yeah.
In my brain, because it was like, oh, I'm such a big fan of your music, and then it was like, hair flip.
Brought it
Hello.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flip your goddamn hair.
Yes.
Good. I like it.
So I feel like is that correct? Like tightened
Yeah.
because of that? Okay.
Yeah, because it's more important. It's more focused for you.
A little
Yeah.
bit, yeah.
Cool.
I
Anyone-
tightened with Bella. You ache for Bella, but you have seen what happened. You
Yeah.
do too.
Yeah.
That does seem like it was at the forefront.
Yeah.
I thought you might either tighten it or resolve it if
Mhm.
you're salty. Like,
Uh,
actually, now I'm not interested anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he tightened it because I feel like he felt like he was outgunned
Yeah.
because he knows that that's what she's super into.
Oh no!
And he's just like, I'm going to figure this out.
This guy's got like a whole face,
Yeah.
like everything. It's a total package.
Oh, package in the face.
End of list.
Listen, a lot of people are really into that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Obviously I tightened. You can't resist pushing Taylor's buttons.
Thank you.
Like,
Yep.
come on.
And I am going to tighten. You have romantic feelings for Micah.
Yep.
Nice.
Perfect.
And nothing terrible's ever happened ever.
Well, we need to get to enemies so that it can be enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
it's not even enemies. I think it is like it's
frenemies.
I don't even know. Yeah, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
He's just mad that you don't value your
Yeah.
life because he worked so hard to get it back to you.
As a reminder for our arc as well, we have 2 more episodes to
Oh,
go.
God.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind as we're going forward. I will try to keep us on track. We're doing pretty well so far. So
Okay.
that is it for us tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for episode 3 of Demigods Going Platinum here on Happy Jacks RPG. For our live chat, our mods save us every night. Thank you for being here. We can't do this without you. Similarly, our Patreons keep the lights on for us. Kimi has invested so much in making this studio awesome, and it is because of the Patreons that we can do this, make those upgrades, and also do all this without having to spam you with ads. So that, like, we don't want to do that.
No.
So thank you for being there. happyjacks.org/Patreon if you want to join that group. Let's go around and share our social media. We'll start with Kimi this time since you're not doing lip gloss.
Yes. Hi, I'm Kimi. You can find me at Golden Lasso Girl all over the internet. I'm here a lot. Mondays, I'm usually running the One Ring. The Unsung Tales is that campaign. We're actually off tomorrow since I'm leaving town and I have to pack. But we'll be back after that the next week, and we're going to Rivendell. It's very exciting.
Oh.
It's so exciting. So we're going to do that, not tomorrow, but next Monday.
Would it be a weird place to jump in if I haven't watched the last couple episodes?
You could jump in. We do a recap at the beginning of
Okay.
everything. So, and it's a very vibing game. Like, it's
Cool.
super chill. Like, if you just want to, like, wrap yourself in a warm blanket of Middle Earth and sip some cocoa, this is, like, the game for you.
I've noticed that. I've caught the, like, 0 and 1 episodes, and it's just, like, such a cool vibe.
It's a very cozy game.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so good. And, yeah, if you want to find the games that I'm writing, you can go to goldenlassogames.com.
Eli is on the internet, but doesn't need people to follow him because I talk about nothing important.
That's what's fun about it.
I don't talk about anything important, but I'm desperate for people to follow me on the internet.
I'm just not one of those people. Though, I like to give, I guess, something nice to say. So, just be excellent to each other.
Amen.
Aw.
Yeah.
Clara?
Oh, hi, yeah. I'm Clara. I'm all over the internet as clearly _golden, unless you're into mermaids, in which case mermaid _clarity on Instagram. There's also a clearly _golden Instagram. It is me. Some of those photos are the same. Most of them are just me shit posting. I am here on Sundays and Thursdays Sundays here doing this. Thursdays playing Savage Worlds. Under the Rainbow, where you
That's not the name of the show.
It should be.
just the Under the Rainbow part. And to be honest, I had pitched something very silly to Nick, and then he let me do it, and it's made me very happy.
I haven't caught that one yet.
Oh, good, you'll like it.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
It's so nice of you to pitch it to the GM first instead of just doing it.
I would have.
Yeah, what's that like?
No, who knows? And then you can also find me over at Queensport Games, playing our award-winning A Vampire the Masquerade podcast, The All Night Society, where I am doing something completely different and enjoying myself greatly.
Excellent.
Cool. Hello, I've been Alex. I use he, they pronouns, and you can find me on Twitter at Alder_Mancy, as well as most other places at Aldermancy, and hopefully making some very cool games in the future at Sword Ghost Games on Ko-fi and itch.io. I also stream every Saturday, except we're currently on hiatus for 2 weeks because one of our players is getting married to her
Yay!
lovely wife.
Kissing!
And they're moving in together. One's from Canada, one's from the US, so
Oh,
they're getting
that's
a
such a big move.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
so exciting.
Awesome.
But you can find me usually on Saturdays and our past episodes on Total Party Kiss on YouTube and Twitch. I stream a queer horror D&D homebrew campaign called Strange Hungers, which is my pride and joy. I've been running it for over a year now. But I also just finished up a Morkborg horror campaign on TTRPG. That's TEA TRPG, and it's a great little channel. So go check them out.
Yes,
That's me.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yay!
I'm the person who will cry at people's wedding I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I love weddings.
They're very lovely women.
Okay, so my name's Jason. You can follow me on Twitch and Twitter at It's Probably Okay. I stream there Wednesdays and Fridays, mostly video game bullshit. On Fridays, I stream with a mutual friend, Sam DeLev. And we play video games that are fun. And actually, this is the last time we spent the last few Fridays inventing. I don't know if everyone knows this, but Sam and I invented the idea of playing a role-playing game on the internet.
Wow.
Did you know?
Yeah, we just invented it like 5 weeks ago.
That's
That sounds like
crazy.
such a good
That
idea.
sounds
Yeah,
great
yeah.
idea.
So I
Wow.
recommend it. Go check out my show for how to do it. It was very informative.
I think that's a good way for you to get internet clout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's it'll be a really interesting experiment. We invented it, and you should give us credit for anything that everyone's ever played or will play, because no one's done it before.
No one's done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. So you could also check out Demigods if you go to probablyokgames.com and grab the quick play, sign up for newsletter. It'll be for sale on drive-thru-RPG soon. Just soon.png.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.